Hey, what it do? Make the like button blue. Sub if you new. Hey, what it do? Make the like button blue. Sub if you new.
Hello, salutations. What it do? It's not the gamer off founder Durag Nation. No vibes like a scribe. Let's get it. What's up, Durag Nation? We are back. Day 3 of New York Comic Con. We tapped in yesterday for the Invincible panel, which I think mostly lived up to the name of the actual panel. Possibly the best Invincible panel ever. That was a lot of fun. And today it's Marvel's turn. Marvel has had some stuff throughout the week, but today we've got the entertainment side of Marvel. So we're going to start off with a Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. reunion panel, which I'm personally very excited for, as a Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Chloe Bennett enjoyer. And then, of course, at 1:30, they're going to have the TV and animation panel. So we should be getting a new trailer for Wonder Man. There's going to be stuff for Daredevil Born Again, Season 2, Friend Neighborhood Spider-Man, X-Men 97, all that good stuff. So should be good. What's up, Champagne? What's up, Travis? What's up, Marvel? Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was better than it had any right to be. Look at us starting off with a rare good take from Travis. You love to see it. That is absolutely correct. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. we thought was just going to be like this goofy throwaway Marvel show. This is like, oh, they're making a Marvel show starring Coulson, the guy who died in Avengers. What was this? You know, how's that going to work? Turned out worked very well. This is a really good show. Made it with like 9 seasons. I'm glad it's getting some respect at least. I'm hoping at least some of the characters, particularly Quake, make it back into the MCU because they definitely deserve it. What's up, Solomon? What's up, Laquan? This is just getting started. I'm excited for what they showed today. I'm definitely looking forward to the television stuff later on, but I'm very excited to see all the some of the old people from Marvel. They're gonna have the main ones. They're gonna have Clark Gregg, Chloe Bennett, and Ming on the panel to do the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. reunion. And then, you know, all the TV and animated stuff is going to be in the afternoon. But I'm definitely looking forward to the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. panel, which should be starting in about 10 minutes. It's crazy that I know you're a hater of J.J. Abrams, but it's crazy that the Inhuman show ended up being so bad when Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was so good. Like I don't understand how that one got fumbled so badly. Because it was shot similar to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and had some of the same people. I was like, I don't know how that one turned out to be a disaster and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. ended up being peak. Yeah, Marvel treats it like they never heard of it either. For a good reason, that one was a disaster. I finished Ghost of Yotei. I didn't even have time to play Ghost of Yotei yesterday. I was playing Rivals all day, and then I went right into the Invincible panel. I don't think Black Bolt's lame. I just think the writing was terrible. Inhuman wasn't that bad. It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. It wasn't the worst show I've ever seen. You know, it was still pretty bad. That was like one of the, I think that was like one of the, possibly the only project from Marvel project from back then, from that era of the MCU, that was as bad or in the realm of bad as the Marvel stuff we've been getting some of the Marvel stuff we've been getting the last few years. Because there was always like a standard of quality back then for that era of the MCU. Where even stuff, because especially looking back on now, like even stuff that people said was bad at the time, like Iron Man 3 or whatever, or Thor: The Dark World, was actually really solid, especially when you compare it to some of the Marvel stuff we've gotten now. Like, it was just so much good Marvel stuff that people were like kind of judging it against itself, because there was really no one else competing other than Batman movies. Inhumans are Agatha. I say Agatha, actually. I think Agatha was actually solid. Iron Fist. I think Inhumans was better than. I think Iron Fist was better. I think Inhumans was better than Hawkeye. I think Inhumans was better. I don't think Inhumans was better than Iron Fist. I don't think Iron Fist was as bad as people are saying. It was just complete dog water compared to Jessica Jones and Daredevil and Luke Cage. I don't think it was Inhumans bad. Hawkeye was worse than Inhumans. Hawkeye was garbage. Hawkeye was absolute dog water. I think Iron Fist is kind of overhated, to be honest. I don't think it was nearly as bad as people were remembering. I think it literally was just the comparison because of how peak Netflix's other stuff was. When we got to Iron Fist, they were like, eh. Also didn't help that because it was an origin story, it didn't look like Iron Fist. It just looked like your typical New York Nepo baby walking around doing kung fu. It was like, because you see Danny in the comics, it's like, oh man, this guy looks like a badass, and then you see the poster for him in the Netflix, you're like, what happened here? Like, it just wasn't cool, especially compared to the other stuff. Like Luke Cage was like so good, it elevated the original source material, because not that many people cared about Luke Cage before, but the Netflix show did such a good job, especially with the casting, that he just became like a much bigger character. Secret Invasion is the worst thing Marvel has ever produced. That is definitive. There is nothing Marvel has done worse than Secret Invasion. Overall, just not even close. Secret Invasion was the worst thing they've ever, live action and everything. Secret Invasion is one of the worst shows in the history of television. Ironheart is way better than Secret Invasion. It's not even close. There's literally no redeemable quality in Secret Invasion. It's absolute dog water mixed with dog droppings. with fentanyl dropped in for good measure. There's nothing good about Secret Invasion. Ironheart was not good, but at least it got better. And I think the Magic and Mephisto stuff was actually pretty solid. And it has some cool effects. There's nothing good about Secret Invasion. What's up, Jado? Welcome. I liked Ajo Wakanda. I thought Ajo Wakanda was good. You're actually insane if you think Secret Invasion was worse than Iron. Not only objectively was Secret Invasion just worse in terms of like every aspect of production, despite spending, you know, what, $200 million. It was the wasted potential. Like, no one expected Ironheart to be good, and Ironheart was better than I think people who were I expected it to be terrible, and it was better than I expected. It still wasn't good, but it was better than I expected. I didn't think there was going to be anything good about it. Secret Invasion is one of the most iconic storylines in comic book history. This was a massive event that had insane potential. They could have done so much with the Secret Invasion storyline. Multiple movies, shows, they had so much potential with the concept. This was like potentially bigger, could have been bigger than the Infinity Saga. Then to see what the result was, yeah, there's no question. Secret Invasion was the worst thing they've ever done. So you're looking at Ironheart from like a racial political perspective. I'm just looking at it like a form of entertainment based on what the expectation was and what the result was. I don't care about race hustlers. I don't care about the politics. I don't care about that anti-woke garbage. I don't care about any of that. I'm like looking at it objectively. Ironheart, nobody thought was going to be a good show. Everyone's going into it with low expectations. People thought it was going to be like the next Velma. And yeah, it had the first couple episodes definitely had pretty much what you expect. Some of the worst of the writing you can expect. Terrible character writing, terrible character development. But it did get better over the course of those final episodes. Secret Invasion had no redeemable quality. Secret Invasion Velma was definitely worse than Ironheart. Like, not even a question. But Secret Invasion had insane potential. All this source material to draw from that could have been massive. A giant budget. And to get that result, it's no question the worst thing they've ever done. Like, people who are politically brained are going to just repeat the same nonsense about Ironheart being the worst. But objectively, if you just look at it, remove the grifter politics from it, Secret Invasion was the worst. It wasn't just bad in terms of storytelling, editing, music, writing, acting. It was an insane waste of potential and money. Like, spending the budget of an actual Avengers movie on Secret Invasion and getting that result, it's insane. No question. So last word. We're discussing the worst things Marvel has produced so far. It's definitely, I mean, a lot of it has released in the last few years. But before that, yeah, we had
the scariest and
here we go.
badass corner of the MCU to the stage today. Please put your hands together and joining me in welcoming the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Put it together for Clark Gregg!
Yes. Coulson, my GOAT.
And keep it going for actual Disney Princess Ming-Na Wen!
Yeah.
And the lastly but not leastly, let's make it quake for Chloe Bennett!
Woo! Yeah. What's up, Lucky? Yes.
just want this for the rest of the panel. We can play air guitar for an hour.
We are blessed.
supposed to
We're
go in
blessed to
front
be
of
in
the
her
chair.
presence.
Oh my god.
Hi.
Thank you.
Wow.
Oh my god, I almost ate
guys are
shit
great.
walking up the stairs.
Wow.
Hold on.
I don't know if you heard it, but when Clark first came out, somebody screamed "Daddy."
Valid.
Which I feel like has set the bar for the panel today.
That's so inappropriate. Please DM me.
How has everybody's New York Comic Con been so far?
We just got here.
This is the first moment. So far, it's awesome. Thank you. It's great to be back.
It can only go up from here.
Haven't seen Clark in a while.
Let's
Same.
hope. This is pretty up
I miss Coulson.
already.
It is pretty up already.
And we've begun.
And scene.
Thank you so much for coming today. We've had a wonderful time.
I love you.
Chloe's the best.
Daisy,
I love
Sky.
Chloe so much.
Destroyer of Worlds, Mary Sue Poots. Oh, throwback.
Oh, wait,
that's a
four.
t-shirt.
Yeah, there's another one. Tremors. Destroyer of Worlds, yeah.
Tremors. Quake.
Quake, yeah.
Hi. And then there's Ming.
The cavalry. Hot lips. Was that just? Okay, sorry.
That's for all the old folks here who love MASH.
Felinda.
Because Marvel is under the Disney umbrella, are you technically two Disney princesses?
Let's.
There's
or
definitely
three.
one.
Hey.
Three Disney princesses.
Sorry, Chloe. You're
Ms. Coulson lives. No, stop it. We're just going to be silly. It's not good. We haven't seen each other in a while, and
I know.
there's a reason they won't let us in the same state because of the silly.
Yeah, anyone who's going by autographing is
Wait,
going to have
She-Hulk
a
is
real
a great
treat later
character. What are you
today.
talking about? I think you just don't like women.
Did you ever think when you first
The show
started
was
Agents of
bad.
S.H.I.E.L.D. that we would be here
She-Hulk
in the year
is a
of
great
our
character.
Lord Loki
Her show was bad.
2025,
The
celebrating
character's
it?
Did you
Yes.
say low key?
Of course.
That's just not a word we say.
Yeah.
Is that
Oh, I'm
okay?
sorry.
It's okay. You can come back. As long as you with the Lowkey.
Yes, of course.
I think it was 13 years ago, 12 years and change ago, that I came out on one of these stages here to announce that Coulson lives.
Coulson lives.
Which was only because a lot of people, many of whom are probably in this room, went wild on what was formerly known as Twitter. So thank you. That's why we had a show.
I still call it Twitter. It will always be
I can't believe
Twitter.
it was that long ago, and then pretty soon we were shooting it, meeting these characters. So it's really nice to be back together and nice to see you guys, so thanks.
And if we keep this energy going and we keep politely asking online, if there were to be a very large multimedia franchise that maybe starts with Dooms and ends with Day, would we be interested in rejoining the MCU?
Yeah. I mean.
Yeah.
yeah.
Obviously.
Well-
I mean, we love our characters.
And we have a
Fun.
big announcement today.
Wait, really?
Do you want to tell them, Chloe?
Go ahead,
No,
boss.
you go ahead.
Why don't we each take a word?
We don't know shit.
Yeah.
If they're not in Avengers Doomsday,
That wasn't quite the reaction we were
I'm gonna
hoping
be disappointed.
for.
All right, it's stupid. So.
if none of them are in Doomsday, I'm gonna be disappointed.
Does anybody remember what SHIELD stands
Or Secret
for?
Wars.
Strategic Homeland Intervention Enforcement and Logistics Division.
Yes.
Hey.
You also see just had house friends exactly
That's
same.
that
We're
hacker
too old
brain.
to remember that shit.
I didn't know anymore.
Chloe, you didn't even hesitate.
Just like in my brain. There's a couple of things from the show that I I can still do. Like,
Now you have to tell us.
well, I did this before on remember when we had to, we were going, it was some fucking mission again, and I had to, it was like the military were there, and I had to do this whole
Invisible
invisible thing.
holodeck?
Oh,
Yes.
Don't worry, just move your hands. We'll put it in later.
Mark was like, I don't know, you got to figure, but there was like all these extras, and I had to say this whole long, dense thing while moving like fake, I was
Oh,
like, okay.
I can see it. You're doing it really well.
Like this. And it was like, on our mission to Australia, we hacked a military satellite network. Using that, we ran a multispectral topographic scan of the Earth running miles deep throughout the oceanic crust.
Oh, look at the young brain! Young brains!
Holy.
It's the magic stuff.
That's why she's the GOAT.
It's the...
GH,
What was it called? What was the stuff I got?
GH138?
Was that it?
Sure.
So what?
325. There we have it.
You get
The
to be
rumors
on
they'll
the
appear in Vision
sequel
Quest?
show that
That would be lit.
Yeah.
never happened.
They got to appear in something.
What were the Quake posing days like? Because we've
Waiting for
heard a
Nova
lot
show?
about like the hand acting and stuff, but I know it's like put your chin down, and you must have been the best.
So embarrassing. Everyone thinks being like a superhero is cool. It's not. It's so embarrassing. And you're like, usually with the green screen doing, like, you're like, and nothing's happening. It looks like you're farting.
But then,
Well, sometimes they give you that fan.
blast.
Yeah, but the wind,
Yeah.
7 years, we never nailed it.
never.
It was always like, oh, one more time for wind, because the wind would be like, and it would kind of go this way or that way. And so, like, there's a lot of times where I'd be, like, in a really intense pose, and the wind was going this way, and I could feel it that way, so I'd be like, that was, like, mostly it. But you were so good at just, like, the poses.
fighting.
Yeah, the fighting poses.
Fighting.
I felt so stupid. You looked so good.
No, you were good.
I still think half the reason that show worked as well as it did is because we are so competitive.
Yeah.
That we'd see one of Ming's fights and be like, damn it. She just beat herself up.
I know. She fought herself in a sequin dress.
And lingerie.
And lingerie.
One of the best.
And,
one of the best fight
and no
scenes.
lingerie in the bonus DVD section.
Yes.
Which one did you get, Clark?
I will always be grateful.
But see, the problem is when you fight in lingerie, there's nowhere to hide padding,
Pads, yeah.
Girl.
like elbow pads, or.
Trust me on this.
It's
I want
no
the
fun.
Coulson.
But let's just, can we do a little,
The Coulson cut is
now the
crazy.
truth can be told. Torn bicep reattached at the Hospital for Special Surgery in episode 2.
ACL replaced.
Torn ACL.
Yep.
Broken
End of season
elbow.
3, broken elbow.
Damn.
Chipped teeth, concussions, bruises.
And let's
still
not talk about our stunt people who never lived through it.
Yeah.
That'd
Still
be-
in physical therapy. Lower back, backbone. Yeah, all of us.
Yeah.
That's why
what
they
It was worth it.
It really was.
Defeat Hydra.
Acting
get
is
this.
acting is dangerous.
To get this
in
reaction.
superheroes.
Yeah.
Sorry, sorry.
No, please. I was like, you can riff. I'll do less. No problem.
Which do you say you buying?
It's really nice that they put us in these super comfortable director's chairs for everybody's injuries.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, exactly. I do like the idea that there is a hard drive somewhere that's just everybody's bad poses or like the bad wind takes.
No, they like
It's
put
called
them
The
on
Show.
the internet.
Does Nova Show
Yeah, that's
mention?
true.
No, this is
there's a hard drive
Agents of
in
Shield panel.
LA in a base. There's no basements in LA. On a shelf somewhere.
I feel like they put them out there. I will like randomly
Marvel
see some
television
really
panel is
embarrassing
later.
Really?
From, yeah.
That's what TikTok is for now, I guess.
I know. My
I would love to see all the bloopers. Like, I would
wanna
just
see
love
all of them.
hours
Yeah.
and hours of 7 years of all our bloopers.
A lot of them.
We had so much fun. We had so much fun.
Do you remember how many takes you would have on average?
Very
Many.
few.
Yeah.
Very few. We were shooting it. You know, that was
8 pages a day.
that was the shocker
Oh,
of-
wow.
after coming off of the films. The films, the Marvel films. I guess they're movies.
Oeuvre.
We would to suddenly you're like, instead of doing, you know, a large scene over the course of a week, it would be most of the morning.
Yeah.
And a lot of times with big stunts and stuff. So it was moving pretty fast.
We moved at a clip, and we often had like triple units or double up units at the end of every episode and the beginning of every episode. But like we had to do
Pass each other
on golf
at
carts.
lunch going, what, are you doing episode 7?
No, episode 8.
I'm an 8.
Stunts?
She's on 9.
Okay, and we'd be like changing outfits on golf carts and putting blood on, taking it off. Like it was wild.
So if the experience was so different from the films, you were learning along with everyone. You weren't shepherding all the new characters along through your experience.
Me personally?
You personally.
Oh no, I was in over my head. I was so, but I mean, I was very thrilled. It was about a guy who thought he'd been killed, nearly, who had been killed all the way, suddenly finding himself with a ragtag. That was the name of the show. The secret code name of the show was Ragtag.
Oh, I guess we can say
with
that now.
With bringing his favorite agent out of retirement, and then finding a bunch of young rebels, and it was chaos on the show, and we were kind of living the same bumpy ride, trying to figure it out as we went as well.
So, Michael?
With our great showrunners, Jeff Bell and Jed and Marissa Whedon.
Woo! There was not enough woo for the show. Woo! That's fine. only
They're not
You
here. I
guys
thought
are
it was
going to be
fine.
hoarse by the end of.
It was like they only created
Hour.
the
Need a
entire
carny show?
show, Friends, that we love so much. Because it's been so long, I would love to ask, did we liberate anything from set? Did any like set
Just
pieces
a
or
villain
costume
show?
pieces or like fun little knickknacks?
I
make it
took a
home?
lot of my costume.
Yeah?
Yeah, that I no longer fit in. No, I'm just kidding.
Not true.
I took a few of her costumes. I took almost all of mine. Anytime I go to an event, if you see me in a suit, it says S.H.I.E.L.D. on the inside.
I know, because it's fitted. It's fitted to you. so
Very
wow.
beautifully tailored. They're just fitting less well.
Oh, I have my badge.
Got a badge.
Yeah.
I have my entire Quake suit.
Really?
Yes.
Did you take that in a very incognito way, or did
Yeah,
they-
they're like, you can't take it, and I
No,
was like, I watch me.
Like, yeah, I literally went
Yeah,
into the costume
yeah.
shop and was like, "Yep, I'll take that. I'll take
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I'll take that."
They were surprisingly cool about that.
They were.
They were not with mine.
I took the suit that Loki killed me in that was filled with blood, and they had made me sign a bunch of stuff. And
Yeah.
TV was cooler.
I put my Quake suit on like 2 New Year's ago on New Year's night, like drunk, and wrestled my friend in it.
Really?
I
I'm
saw
so
that
jealous.
on TikTok.
Yeah. It was so fun, and I forgot how uncomfortable.
Comfortable.
So uncomfortable, you guys. I don't know what. It's like what?
Yeah.
It was the same material.
So they
as
say,
the-
watch me return in
as
Doomsday.
your May costume, right?
I need to see Quake in Secret
Oh
Wars.
yeah, the
Or Doomsday.
printed
what is
fabric.
it called? It's the diver's material, right?
It's gotta
The
happen.
Preonine,
Neoprene.
neoprene,
No.
preonine.
I don't know. Whatever.
We need a Strange
One of those
Academy.
names.
I actually
Yeah,
do
it's
agree.
okay.
I thought the Strange Academy
like
would have been really
I
interesting.
think theanine is a muscle relaxant.
Oh well, there's that too.
It's what you need after you get out of the suit. It seems like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was such a, like, did you ever have any idea that that was the scope and scale you were playing in?
No, I mean we live kind of in a bubble.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
in
where-
these sound stages, kind of working all the time for those 7 years. I mean, occasionally we would go to a con,
yeah.
and suddenly you would see
the San
people
Diego
was there,
Comic
but-
Con.
San Diego, but even in LA, you'd see people with their kids dressed up like Quake or like May.
Yeah.
I mean, it's yeah.
Marvel
we
TV
were
panel
were
is
just
at
like kind of
1:30.
on the Zephyr for the whole time, and it's really been after the show that I like the.
Well, you know, I mean, our show was like before social media blew up, I think, even. You know, where like you were able to get some idea about people's reaction to the show, but it isn't what it is now, where like you really get to have like all this like publicity and things
007,
and you
pre-order the
know
game,
where
you
your
coward.
audience
yeah.
are at.
Yeah.
I know.
They haven't confirmed that they're returning yet.
Marvel, yeah. We'd love to have
Kevin.
them back.
There are rumors that some of them might return in some
What are
upcoming
people most
projects.
likely to come up and reference to you here at the show? Like, are people quoting things at you? Are they mentioning specific lines or moments? Tahiti?
Yeah.
What do you
Tahiti's
guys
a
get?
magical place.
You probably get
I
Tahiti a
still
lot.
have not worked out a trip to Tahiti on that. I feel like
Clark.
I know I've got to
Do
reach
that,
out to
Clark.
the tourism board.
You should become the cultural
Seriously.
ambassador.
Hello. What do you guys hear?
I don't know.
Cavalry?
I get a lot of people with they make me sign on their arms and things and for tattoos.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got, but I can't remember what the quotes are.
Did they ever come back and show you the tattoos after?
Yes,
Yeah.
one guy wanted to show me a tattoo of me and his inner thigh, and I said no, thank you.
That's crazy.
Oh, you should have
Clark.
looked at it. It looked amazing.
I said just send me a picture.
If it's like a deep cut, someone will be like Tremors, or they'll kind of go to Quake me. A lot of Daisy tattoos.
I do get a fair number of families who watched it together during pandemic.
Yeah.
And fathers and daughters. I watched it with my daughter, Stella, who was here somewhere.
Stella.
There she
Were you
is.
at, girl? Oh.
Stella Gregg, she was in an episode. Stand up, Stella.
Stella.
Stand up,
Stand up,
Stella.
Stella.
Remember there were rumors she would appear in Secret Invasion? I'm glad that didn't happen.
I got to say, she grew up on that set, and these guys took such amazing care of her whenever she would come around. And when I was out of town, Chloe and Elizabeth went to one of her stage productions in LA.
Oh, we did, yeah.
Sisters.
That was so good. You were like 12. And she's an adult now. It's so sad. That's how I feel about a lot of it. We'll meet a lot of. A man with a full beard came up to me at a different convention like a few months ago, and he's like, "I grew up with you," and I was like, "Sir, you have a beard." That's not. I'm
How old were
a
you during the
baby.
pilot? Nobody knows
I was
this.
20. Yeah, so you know, Shield has been such a blueprint for me, and like
She's still young.
annoyingly so. Like any other job, I'll be like, "Well, on Shield, we did it like this." So it's like a very dorky kind of just, 20 to 27.
That was the peak
like,
of Marvel for sure.
kind of now having more perspective, I didn't realize how young I was and how much these guys really took care of me and how like fucking annoying I probably was for like a lot of that, like so many growing pains,
But it also sounds like what a gold standard it set for everything going forward.
Totally.
And you don't always notice that when you're trapped in it, trapped in the machine.
Well, we were like such a high functioning production, and I don't think that is like every department had it locked in, and that is like a real privilege you realize after. We are such a well-oiled machine that we can have 3 units going at one time, and just in such an incredible crew, and we were lucky to shoot in LA, and that you definitely feel the discrepancy now in different productions when you're used to such a well-oiled machine. The way that
Who was the biggest prankster on set?
me?
I don't know why I look that way.
You got looked at so fast.
No, I mean, there were some pranks that happened. Ian was not.
Ian
was pretty
good.
bad.
Ian's not here. Let's
Ian
hear
had a
it.
bit like
The worst exchange was early season 1. I think that's when people realized it could get out of control because did somebody put snow?
I put snow in his trailer.
And can you find an appropriate way to say what he did back to you?
He
Put a special license plate on your car.
got a license plate made by the props department on the front of my car, the front license plate, which I never saw because I was like, the garage situation, I never saw the front of my car. And the license plate said balls deep.
Oh my God.
And it was like a California license plate that looked
Thank you
very
for toning
real.
that down for the family audience.
My dad is here. Sorry, Dad. So is
There
my
were
brother, Savi.
people were honking at you a fair amount around Los Angeles.
And it was there for 3 months.
Oh my God.
I must look really good today.
Wow.
Everybody's honking at me.
It was so crazy. That
You
was
were the most popular car in West Hollywood.
Yeah,
You couldn't
exactly.
understand.
That's
There's
insane.
nothing better than that. That was really Tom props. We love Tom. Remember Tom?
I just have to clarify, what type of, like, real snow, fake snow?
There was one
Snow
of our
machine.
many journeys into the Arctic, which was really just
Right.
24 square feet of snow.
Yeah.
It was season 1, the episode where we go into the fucking thing underground. I had a purple hat on. I don't know. Remember, we're all in our like.
Oh, the purple hat
Yes,
episode.
I had a purple hat. Remember when all
Just
had our like
outfits to
shields,
Chloe.
our shields like little puffers, and we were walking and we met you.
That's right. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Bless you, sir. They used reclaimed water for that
And it
snow.
smelled like
Let me tell you what
poo.
reclaimed
it was
water
so
is.
stinky.
Disgusting.
Oh, it was
Remember?
so... We kept going,
It was actually.
looking at each other like,
I don't want to find
it
Patton
you?
Oswalt
'cause we-
this much.
Yeah, we were.
is it you?
Oh my God.
It was
Oh, it was
weirdly like a randomly like very hot day. It was like not. It was not hot, and then this one day it was so hot, and they had to use
Melting reclaimed
this
snow.
sewer water
Yeah.
to make this full like fake snow.
No, the show. We don't,
And we're
destroying
supposed to
the
pretend to
illusion.
be cold, and then it's like this like poo water is
Just
falling
like-
on us. I
water.
know.
Oh, that's so
on
gross.
us.
And it was
Okay, moving on. Come on.
Wait, who is the most like their character of everybody in the cast? I feel like up here it's got to be Ming Na.
The most like her
Yeah,
character?
who's the most
like.
I would have said
That was the exact opposite.
The exact opposite.
You
Yeah.
see her just being this fierce, stoic badass, taking out 10 people, and then as soon as they said cut, she would laugh in a way that everyone would turn around.
Yeah.
Aw.
She's very funny and fun.
I just feel like you could maybe kill me in my sleep if I crossed
I
you.
could.
You can do both.
That's true.
I could do both.
can do both.
I could do both.
But she'd be laughing while doing it instead of me.
Yeah.
Who? You're pretty like your character.
Thank you.
Daddy.
Oh my god.
Thank God my daughter left already.
Thank God. Shed.
I do want to say one thing, which is the reason I think that you guys are here and that the show worked as well as it did is that everybody up here, Ian, Elizabeth, Henry, everybody, all the amazing guests who came in, Patton, Jamie, everybody took it so seriously. That stuff only works if you are, and God bless, Chloe, quaking like you're really quaking. It's a commitment game, and people really, and the crew, and the DP, and Kolpak, our VFX, I think the way that show evolved over time, I think it really holds up, and it's really just because of the work ethic and the amazing cast we got. I just need to say that.
And crew, producers, writers, like it was
Really
a
lucky
really
because it's what you're
tight-knit
talking about.
family.
Everybody cared so much about,
Yeah.
and especially at a certain point when the Marvel Television and the MCU were kind of going to different companies, it became harder and harder to get villains. And they got to kind of do some deep cuts into the comic book world that got us some really cool characters.
That's the main. That
You
was
have
the
some
main
of the best
issue.
Easter eggs from the entire Marvel
Marvel
Comics
wanted to
franchise.
go in
Thank
different
you.
directions.
Thank you.
I agree.
They were starting.
And
with,
we are the
they
Taylor
were starting
Swift
up
of
Disney
Marvel.
Plus.
You are.
So
We are?
many Easter eggs.
Everybody's saying it. They love our new album.
There's different eras, right? Every season is a very distinct narrative and a very distinct style. So yeah, let's
Yeah,
make
the
more.
Inhuman era.
Let's talk about Inhumans.
Oh no, we were just talking about Inhumans earlier.
I would also love to know, because I had one more, who is more likely to win at Marvel Trivia, since we opened the door to Easter eggs?
Clark?
I feel like
After
you
we played
and- I feel like
Deathlock,
you
Energy
know
Shield was
a
in
fair
Good Burger.
amount, No?
In season 1 of Arrow.
Not these days. I don't even know where I am half the time.
We're in New York.
No.
This is the main stage.
Like, what city are we in?
New
New
York.
York. Okay.
I don't know. Like, do you have some right now?
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't.
Okay,
Oh,
good.
Does anyone want to
goodness.
like about our show or about Marvel in general?
No, Marvel Comics.
I knew a fair amount, I thought, and then I got deeply steeped in the world, and I met people who I was like, oh, I don't know anything. I knew the stuff I was into, Warlock.
You
Iron
went
Fist.
on Reddit and then you realized that.
Oh, just anybody I met at a con.
I don't know. Warlock is a pretty deep cut.
Well, he was in one of the movies. He was in the recent Guardians.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like
Adam Warlock, please, the coolest.
Even in the comics lore, if you're not reading like the Infinity Saga, like Adam Warlock is a pretty deep cut.
MCU Adam Warlock is not
I
the
think
real
he
Adam
should be.
Warlock.
I think he should be front and center.
I'm paying you a compliment,
Thank you. Bless you. Thank you.
and we'll bring him out right now.
That's a
I'm sure
fake
Will's
Adam
not
Warlock.
off making another season of The Bear or something like that. What is something from either your experience making the show or in the eras that have come since then that people don't know that we can clear up right now?
Like off camera? That we can clear up?
Like, what is something either from working on the show that was difficult or challenging or
hated the
super
MCU
fun,
Adam
or that's
Warlock.
come in the years since then that we need to tell the people? Something that we can, maybe a misconception to clear up or a favorite moment.
Do you guys have a favorite season?
Ooh.
I like the one with the 3 pods.
4. Yeah. Season 4. Ghost
Oh,
Rider.
I thought you were saying it was 4 pods.
No.
That Ghost
Did I
Rider season
space
was
a whole
insane.
pod?
no,
Was
season
I not in
4.
a pod? Those bastards cut me out of a pod.
Shout out to Robbie Reyes.
Season 4 was Ghost Rider, LMD, and then
Gabe.
and
I
yeah,
love Gabe.
yeah, Gabe.
I love this game.
He's
I'm
like the
remembering all these
Terminator now, also.
He's so many things.
so
He's
many
Last of
things.
Us. He's so
Oh my
dreamy.
gosh, he's so good in The Last of Us.
I've never
I
seen
love
it.
The
Should I
Last of
watch?
Us. Yeah, it's so good.
Since
It
you
was
just posted Adam Warlock.
Ghost Rider.
Actually
Cool
true.
Ghost Rider.
LMDs,
LMDs.
LMD.
and then the framework.
And then the framework.
You know, I've never had to work on a show and a character where, like, when May was in LMD, I had to ask the producers and writers, I'm like, how do I become even less expressionless? Like, where do you go from May to, like, less expression?
Wasn't it a bit that like the LMD was actually more?
Was it gonna have a spinoff?
Maybe I made
I'm
this
not
up.
sure.
Maybe there was a
No,
moment
no.
where they're like, I
like
think
she
Jed
was
might have
void
pitched,
of, like,
We
void
definitely didn't
of-
get it.
but I think Jed maybe pitched that you were like too engaging, and we were like, that's not me, because the LMD was like, ha, 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 ha. And we were like, but I don't think it made it in at all.
Yeah.
At least I had to do the LMD fights where I walked into the room full of myself, which was crazy with Henry. Do you guys remember that? I had to stand in each place. That took 19 hours.
Right. That was crazy.
That was crazy.
That was
yeah.
a good special effect, though.
Yeah, that was
nuts.
good. Mark Kolpak. What was the question?
I just if there's anything that
We
you
haven't
like.
seen each other in a while.
yeah.
We're just like reminiscing.
If there was
around
anything that
together.
you hadn't had a chance to like talk about either during the show or post that we wanted to like share or clear up, or again, I'll do less. I'm happy to let you just.
No,
I feel like Chloe is the historian of the show, and we're slowly creating the documentary of different.
No, can I
things
tell you
that-
why? It's because I forgot everything, and like last year or something, I watched an entire hour of a fan edit on YouTube
Of the whole
like,
show?
of just no, just my plot, my whole plot, just me,
Valid.
just me. But from
That is so honest.
Yeah.
Were you guys even in the show?
the stuff that mattered,
Not anymore.
stuff that mattered the
Not on
most.
TikTok, you're not.
Oh my god.
Daisy
And it
lives.
was like an hour and 30 minutes of just, and it was like not even
You
all the
watched an
scenes.
hour and 30 minutes of you?
And by the way,
That's insane. That's insane, low-key.
I'm just saying, I think there's a Twitch channel or a YouTube show or a rewatch podcast in there somewhere.
well, by the way, I
I
didn't
want to see
remember
a show just of
anything.
you watching yourself for an hour.
And reacting to you.
Oh my God, I was so
wow.
dope in that.
You guys
And they're
joke
just
now.
crying when she's crying, like just.
They're cooking.
You
Why is
joke
Hydra
now,
so
but I
mean
didn't
to
remember
me?
anything. I didn't remember anything. I was like, I have no idea what's gonna happen in this next scene. It was crazy. I forgot so much. I got stabbed or shot in season 1.
Yeah, they definitely have great
No, I got
chemistry.
shot. Right? Yeah.
Totally.
I mean, it was crazy.
They
I
gotta-
think
they
we've
gotta
lost
bring 'em
this
back.
panel
Yeah.
at
There we go.
this point. Sorry.
Private jokes are rude.
Ashley, take over.
Well, because Agent Coulson asked, we're going to take some audience questions, but you have to be able to scream because there's no mic set up.
No
So it's
mic.
so it's going to have to be hands.
Also, I'm going to preface, if you're going to use your question to ask if we're going to be in something, we really don't know. So don't
Don't waste your
don't
question.
waste your question because we really don't know any information. Oh, this.
Who wants? Wait,
They're
wait. We
sworn
have
to
to wait.
secrecy.
Oh, you're going to be the caller? Shut caller. Miss in the front.
Yeah, they could end up being in Vision Quest.
One time.
I hope they at least.
So the
show up in
question is,
Secret
would there
Invasion.
be any interest
Secret
in a
Wars.
rewatch podcast?
Very good question.
I guess, yeah, why not? Right?
Elizabeth did one, but it
Yeah.
was while it was originally airing, right?
The lights are on. Cute, you guys. Hi.
Hi.
What a sexy crowd.
Also, can
Wow.
we just say, can
Oh,
we
look,
give
we
it
got mics.
a
Thank
round?
you. Look at these guys.
Can we get a
Give it
round
up
of
for these
applause?
guys.
Thank
There
you.
was not a question thing, and we just
Sound.
added it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That-
Thank you, Javits. Thank you, Union.
Thank you, Javits.
I would definitely
Don't
watch a rewatch
run.
podcast.
Don't throw elbows.
These guys aren't Javits, they're Jarvits.
Ooh.
Okay, we'll go
Thank
back.
you. I'm a dad. I'm allowed to do one of those.
Cap Tay, what up?
Okay,
I knew
so
you'd be here.
we'll go back and forth. We're gonna start here.
quick.
What is your name? Where are you from? What is your question? We're gonna have to be loud.
Not yet.
We didn't tell them, so we'll have some
We can
grace
hear
for the
you.
mics being set up.
My name's David. I'm from about 6 to 7 blocks away.
Hey, mics are on.
He lives down the
And
street
I just
from
wanted to
Valentine's.
say, now we go. I was here for that first panel, which was right where you're sitting, by the way.
Yeah.
And I just remember how excited my son was and how little he was then and not anymore.
Now he has a beard.
No, he's still working on that, but I still have to look up to him. But one of the things that Jeff kept on saying during the entire thing, it's all connected, it's all connected. And the first season definitely did. At which point were you told or did you realize, okay, we're not part of this anymore?
Hey,
when...
Dave from 6 blocks away. I feel like I could get killed off again just for answering this.
I'll answer it. I don't care. I mean, go ahead.
It was a gradual thing.
Yeah.
There was never kind of animosity. It was clear that there was some corporate restructuring going on. There was new shows happening on that I thought were incredible. Thank God Daredevil's back on Netflix.
Yeah.
And, I mean, we still would have people show up. Is that true? No, I guess it was mostly the first couple of seasons. We definitely became our own ship out there in the galaxy, and
like
I feel like we made it
halfway
work.
through.
Oh, you definitely did.
Thank
you definitely
you.
did.
Thanks, Dave.
Thank you. This
We're gonna keep them moving
side.
kind of quick so people get to ask them.
I feel like season
Name
4,
question.
5, they were
My name is
they were just
W.L.
like
Schwartz.
completely
My question
separate.
is the exact opposite of that, which is, if you look at the number of hours in the franchise, it is less the Marvel Cinematic Universe than it is actually the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. universe. All of your characters,
Yeah.
Thank you.
by the number of hours and the characters that are developed, you guys have more content in the MCU than any of the main movie cast. And I'm just wondering why you take shit from anybody about this.
Go give him a high five, May.
I love this.
Cavalry.
And he's off.
That guy just got himself a
And-
job.
J.W. Schwartz,
That's
my new best
off.
friend.
Yes.
You know what?
Love
We're
it.
proud of our fans. What do we used to call it? A small but dedicated fan base?
Yeah.
There are some people who talk about canon. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're proud of what we did. We're proud of, really deeply proud of the connection we have with people like you who come visit and hang with us. So thank you for saying so. We're really proud of it.
Hi, my name is Lisa. I'm from Buffalo.
All facts,
and
100%.
From the moment that I had Tony Stark said, "Your name is Agent," that was the moment I fell in love with your character. When did you fall in love with your character?
Me, Clark, or them?
All of them. All of you.
You go first.
Me? When I fell in love with you?
No, when you fell in love with your own character.
Oh, with my own character.
I'm gonna need so much therapy after this.
That's a very different question.
I think because so much of like my my life in a weird way mirrored Sky and Daisy, just kind of starting something new with a ragtag group of people, and then being thrown into a position where you're in the public eye. You know, that as a metaphor for kind of having powers on the show. I think it was a gradual. I think you saw it on screen, and I think that's kind of why Daisy resonates with people so much. But I can speak about when I fell in love with these guys because they were so, protective of me, and so like, you know, the Coulson Daisy, you know, that's all real chemistry. You know, I've loved these guys since I've been working with them, so it's really a family. I know.
There was an excellent
Agent
chemistry
S.H.I.E.L.D. is the
between-
best,
between
literally the
all of
best.
you.
Yeah.
Really love your show.
I would hear
Thank
nothing
I'm
else.
gonna answer this really quickly in that I fell in love with Coulson a couple of times as they kept adding cool stuff for him to do. And this time in this take in Iron Man 2, say that you're going to New Mexico. And I was like, okay, cool. And I did it like 3 times, and then I was like, whoa, what's in New Mexico? Why am I saying this? And they said, oh, did nobody talk to you? You find Thor's hammer. And I was like, bitch. But for me, there was the first season, people were like, what is this, ABC? This is not a Marvel movie. Where's Tony Stark? Rah, rah, rah. Who are these people? And then we had a mission where they came and saved Coulson, who was being tortured by Ruth Negga, and the team another amazing actor. The team saved him, and all of a sudden we're kind of standing there on the bus, and it's a scene of just, thanks for coming to get me. And I was like, I'm a mess right now. I love these people so much. Aww. And I couldn't tell the difference between them and them. And I was like, this is maybe the greatest Coulson moment of all for me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I love this.
Hi, I'm Jim from Staten Island.
Hey,
I was wondering, you've talked about having to show up and have poop
Midnight
water.
Suns is wacky. Midnight Suns is the best.
Days
I knew that was going to become the
I love
takeaway
it.
from this.
it's the headline now.
What were there days that you were super psyched to show up on set, that you were waiting for that day to arrive, or super dreading that you knew it was going to be, another poop water day?
I wasn't psyched to go get my hand cut off.
It was
I
a
do have a
pig.
cybernetic hand at home.
It was like a pig's
I
foot.
can't pick up shit with it. It's not.
Yeah. Oh yeah, your hand. We all missed.
I will say the day when a certain one-eyed director showed up with my gun from the Avengers, that was dope.
That's a hard question to answer because, yeah.
I looked forward to like fun stunt days. Like there was
Yeah.
a day where a lot of the early season 4 stuff where I was with Ghost Rider, I got to like ride on top of his car. Like it was just me on a stunt unit, fully just on top of a car.
Some people got
Probably
in
not
so much
legal.
trouble for
yeah.
that.
Everyone got in trouble like that because they were like, she was not supposed to be on that car. That was supposed to be a double in it, but it was just me on the car. And I was like, this is my own private Disneyland ride. It was crazy. I was flinging around. It was so fun. But the days that were hard, but you equally also look forward to are the, like, you know, the scenes with you where we had to get emotional. It's weirdly cathartic, but it's also so sad because we kind of shot those thinking season 5 was maybe going to be our last. But the actual days you don't look forward to is when we all have to stand around and give exposition around that fucking table, right? Before missions. And the things, and it's like the beginning of an episode and be like, okay, and we'd have to like say, and everyone would have like one line, but it would be like 4 pages.
I always loved when we had our table reads.
Yes.
Right before we shoot a new episode, we would all gather together with our writers, and it's probably like one of the few times where we actually get to see all the writers, and that was always fun. I always love those moments where we just sit and we just hear the words and kind of like get an idea of the whole show. And it's like a real bonding moment for all of us.
I had my most embarrassing moment of my life at a table read at a Shield table.
You fart?
No, do you guys remember this? It was when, well, probably, but like we were reading and it was a cold read because we would get the episodes and we would have our table reads at lunch. So we were shooting in the morning and I was still coming off of a stunt unit, and so I'm getting the episode and I'm like, I'm gonna read it for the first time out loud in front of everyone. And I have a GED, you guys.
Just remembered this.
Yeah. And we're like very seriously, and it was like everyone's there. It's like a big room. ABC executives are there, and I'm like, "Sir, Colonel, get to the Zephyr."
Oh no.
And
We're like,
Colonel.
stay on the Colonel.
And Clark, I remember Clark. You looked up and you went, and you went, and then Jed went.
But you said it with such conviction.
I was like, the Colonel is coming. And then everyone was, and then like someone was like, it's Colonel. And I was like, well, it says Colonel.
Stick to your guns, boo.
So, and they're like, how do you not know that? Well, I was like, I've never seen it written. I don't know. I don't know. And now that was honestly traumatizing.
That's the improv strong.
I haven't heard anything new about
Yeah.
Secret Invasion, Cosmic Invasion.
Sorry.
Hi.
Quake.
Since the last,
Your outfit.
since
I'm
the last
Hannah Mae from
update.
Connecticut. I'm holding you to that if the show ever gets renewed, that I get a spot on guest show on it. Coulson dies, and he.
Oh, why? Way to rub it in.
What? I haven't watched the show.
Okay, you died.
Oh,
You
God.
died after Ghost Rider, and you leave a letter for Daisy, but we never see what's in the letter. There was a rumor going around that was adult's adoption certificate, but it was never confirmed
She was
or
going to say
denied.
adult stuff.
You're just racking up charges for my therapist. That's what I always thought. That's what I always thought it was, honestly.
Can I tell you what it was?
Yes.
It was nothing interesting. It was props wrote out a letter that was like totally mediocre and fine. And I was like,
really?
yeah.
Oh, I would have written you one.
I know. We should have done that.
You knew what I would have done.
It was such a rush. Like, oh, and Chloe, we're gonna get this quick thing of you reading the letter. I was like, the letter? And they're like, yeah, we got to get this before lunch. And I was like, okay. And then I open up the letter and I'm kind of reading.
Really gonna miss you. You're
Yeah.
a good daughter.
Yeah, it was like
I'll always be your favorite colonel.
Yeah. It was a piece of tape, so then I had them replace it, and I just looked at a mark on.
So many of the most emotional scenes, the person's not there.
I was looking at a
You've got
piece of
green
tape on a
tape
piece of
that you're
paper.
saying goodbye to. forever.
Yeah. So it was nothing. Hi, I'll see you later, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Isabella from Westchester.
Those writers
New York,
fumbled.
Westchester in the house.
That's where that.
So first off, the letter actually is on an auction right now, and you can read what it says. Someone pointed it out earlier.
That's not the real letter.
It's from a prop store.
Only we have the real letter.
And also,
And
Chloe,
this will be available on Etsy later today.
Chloe, will you ever sing "Uh-Oh" again? And also for Clark, for Clark and Ming, how is it like filming the totally excellent adventures of the Mac and the D, like the episode of the Deke Squad? How was that filming?
We weren't in that, right?
You were in it for like a scene, and then you were
yes.
the talking head.
All I could do,
Yeah.
well, Deke, Jeff Ward, whom we love,
Yeah.
they were in the 70s, and he had
Yeah.
a band where he stole everybody's music
Yeah.
and made it his own. I loved that episode, but that was one of the funnest things was when there was parts you weren't in, and you got to see people just kill it, and I thought that was a great episode.
And then Chloe, will you ever sing "Uh-Oh" again? I played it at my confirmation. I played it for a bunch of people. I played "Uh-Oh" at my confirmation.
I will not.
Chloe was a Chinese pop star?
Yeah.
Did you know that?
I do have something with music coming out later this year.
It's called
It's got
Colonel.
Sorry.
Nice friend.
it's called
Hi, my name is Justice. I'm 19 years old. I started coming here when I was 6. I've been to every single one of your signings that was at the Marvel booth.
Thank you,
Oh, thank you.
My question is, out of the entire series, who is your favorite character, and it cannot be yourselves?
Ooh. Good qualifier.
Not on the stage.
I'm out.
Who's my favorite?
Series?
Like main cast or like guest star or like
Such a hard
Doesn't
question.
matter. It can be main cast, or it can be guest stars, or it can be people that just showed up for one season.
You know,
Okay, I'm going to jump in. Sorry, go. No, you go.
I love damn it, what's his Enoch? No.
Enoch.
Enoch was
Enoch's the
so
sentient
good.
AI who gives his life.
Adore.
He was so good.
Yeah.
He was so good.
I have a soft spot, even though I think you killed him. BJ Britt.
No. Okay, yeah.
That guy just was so sweet and made me laugh every day.
BJ was
BJ was my
hilarious.
buddy.
And I've never seen anyone cry more at the table read where they die.
Then BJ.
Just because he's a sweetheart.
He is a sweet.
How about one of your lovers who died? Every time,
Paul Gregg was just awesome.
every time someone would kiss her, I'd be like, toast.
I know. Really. I'm going to say Patton because there's so many of him.
He was a big dimension.
Patton was actually good. I
Such
really
a
like
fun,
Patton.
that bit. Like, what was he? Did we ever figure that out? Was he,
He was
he
either
was like-
quintuplets or clones.
Clones. I think he was
Yeah.
clones. I think he was clones.
He won't say. I asked him like 4 times. He won't.
Yeah.
It's a great question,
Great
Justice.
question.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
We'll see you next year, apparently.
My name is Nick. I'm from Orlando at the moment, and I thought it's really great to see you guys back on stage. The last time you were here, I think, was the Garden, which was awesome. You guys at the Garden, and that
my
signing
God.
at the Marvel booth. I mean, yeah,
yes.
I saw the panel and then did the signing with all you guys, which is awesome. So congratulations on the finish of the show and success. So
you.
the question I had though is, if you were to reprise your roles, what is one Marvel character you would like to see your character interact with, talk to, a scene? I mean, there's the multiverse.
So many of my original friends,
Secret
like
Wars.
me, have died.
There's a multiverse though. So
Yeah,
you're
it's a
still alive
multiverse.
somewhere.
That's what I keep telling these.
Secret Wars. Secret Wars.
I would say I'm going to go with Will Poulter as Warlock, just because that's my childhood fave.
I'd like a chance to find Thor's hammer, like you did.
Whoa. Wait a minute.
You said you found his hammer. I want to find his hammer
I knew that was
too.
coming. I knew it was coming. Who's alive?
Wow.
Everyone can be alive.
The multiverse. Everybody.
It's the
technically.
multiverse.
Who you got? Come on.
Freaking Spider-Man, yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Good question. Thanks. We only have 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah, so we're just going to try to cruise them through them, but still say everything.
Thank you. Mike,
Thank you.
I'm from Boston. So one of the things that the show does really well is bring back characters that are gone in new
She
and
wants them to put
interesting
their hair
ways.
down fast.
Did you always know at like when the season is wrapping
She wants them to go
who's coming back? Was it a surprise to you? Did
Handle
you say
deep.
goodbye to people that then showed back up again? How did that dynamic work out?
Great question. Do you guys?
I don't remember.
I would have a little chat sometimes, like you maybe coming back as Sarge or somebody, like things might change about this or that person, but I think they were figuring it out a lot on the fly, and props to the writers. They, a lot of times they would kind of have an idea of what they were going to do and then find out that the MCU was using that particular cast, so they would have to figure it out on the fly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we never knew anything. Yeah, I mean,
a lot of times we didn't even know we were coming back for another season.
Yeah, it kind of like,
Yeah.
you guys really, honestly, the fans really kept the show going, and each year we weren't sure whether we were going to keep going. It's so special to be here.
I was part of it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Dave from Brooklyn. And
Hey, Dave.
Yep.
Brooklyn.
Clark, you're an amazing actor. You elevated at the end. The Shield, awesome. But War of the Worlds with Ice Cube.
Let's go. Let's talk about it.
Oh, he was
Why?
in that?
Just why? Why?
If you don't have a film that's below 4% on Rotten Tomatoes, I don't know what you're doing. I don't feel like you've been taking any risks.
I forgot Clark's.
2 reasons.
I forgot Coulson was in there.
Middle of COVID, starving to death. We're gonna make a movie that's all on screens and you won't interact with any of the other actors. I'm like, okay. But the other actor you will be interacting with in a Zoom way is Cube. Show me where I'm going, dude. Show me where I'm going.
Valid.
Yes, it's the War of the Worlds. I haven't seen it. But I realize who there is in my life based on how many people send me the plummeting Rotten Tomato scores on it.
Although my wife does thank you because she makes me rewind the scene where you're already working out and you're all sweaty and stuff, and she's like, I didn't hear that dialogue.
I need more therapists.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey guys, my name is Anthony. I'm from New York. Over the years, as
A little more specific, Anthony.
down the block,
Okay,
right on West End.
Anthony from down the block.
Yeah, whatever. As the continuity got a little messy as the seasons went on between the movies and the shows, are there any Easter eggs or crossovers that ended up in the movies, like The Darkhold, that you're just like, we did it better, not impressed?
I think we did it all better, to be completely honest.
Yeah. That's right.
Because you have to consider like what resources we had and the time frame that we were doing things in. And a lot of the ideas that the writers would have, we would last minute not do it. Like, I mean, remember Jamie Alexander? She came on. We had a whole thing with her. We had rewrites that morning because like we
couldn't do it.
And a lot of the like we had to change language because they were going to do things later on. Or they probably were like, wait, that's a good idea. We'll put down this in. So I don't really know which one started first, but we did it better for sure.
I'm going to take a slightly different tact in that I thought the stuff we had in the beginning where, I can't believe we haven't, this guy I'm so crazy about him, we lost him, Bill Paxton. When he showed up.
Hail Hydra.
And these guys turned out to be the reveal and the crossover with Captain America. The fact that we got to do it and have Sam and everybody show up, that was pretty incredible. And I actually think we kind of thrived once we went on our own and got to play within our own world.
Agreed. You have a favorite Easter egg from the crossovers?
A what?
You have a
favorite
favorite?
Easter egg? You mean you said Darkhold? I know that showed up over there.
Darkhold
I mean, I
is
know that.
different.
Oh.
Yeah.
You guys will know this. You and our favorite Charlie Cox were in the same orphanage.
Yes, that's a good one. St. Agnes, me and Daredevil, same orphan town. An orphanage.
Thank you, Anthony.
Thank you.
Very good.
Hi, my name is Michelle from Staten Island. Thank you for shouting out Ghost Rider.
Wait, well, how come she didn't get a shout out for Staten Island? What? That's lame. Okay.
Damn.
Okay, wow.
Last time was the
some
walking
intra-borough
ship.
hate going on here. We're one borough, people. Pull together before this country. Okay.
But thank you for that, because last time I was half Quake, half Ghost Rider, and you called me a walking ship. So I'm going to riff off my last question that time, and it's, if we got another season, which I think we all want that. But,
Yes, I want that.
what side of your character would you really want to explore?
Ming?
I don't know. Her girly side.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring out.
I feel like the love story really never got its full
It
season.
never did. It never ever did. Yeah,
I
yeah.
definitely was shipping Ming and Coulson.
It'd be so cool if like she dated someone and they didn't die. Like to see what happens with that. Just like one.
Didn't we think you were settling down with somebody at the end?
Yeah, Sousa, but you know who knows? Who knows
the
where
dreamy,
the
the dreamy
Sousa.
the dreamy Enver who's killing it on
Enver.
Invasion.
Yes. So that could be cool.
Oh,
Just
it's
like a normal
apparently
breakup.
this lovey-dovey stuff.
Yeah.
No more fighting. We're too old.
Yeah.
Also, we're below 5 minutes, so if you're mad that your question I was going to ask, my name's Ashley. You can.
Do we all want to do like a power round? What do we think?
round.
Speed round?
Anything
Like,
big
like
announced?
town. Go.
I'll keep it really fast. I'm Javi. I'm from Brooklyn. Love your show. If you had MCU budget and special effects, which season would you transform into a movie?
I'm going to stick with the 3 to 4 pod season where a lot of stuff came together.
I feel like we nailed that season though, so I don't know if we need to do that one movie-wise.
Okay, I've been shot down. Go then.
Season 7 might be really fun.
Time travel?
Yeah.
Okay. Ming?
What do you think?
I don't know.
How about the one with 2 Mays?
I don't know. I'm a little brain
Face off.
dead right now.
Okay.
I need
Thank
my
you,
coffee.
Good though. Thank you. Next.
Hi,
I'm
I'm
gone.
Brian. I'm from Harlem, and I just want to say how crazy it was when you guys got renewed for season 7. I was like, suck it, haters. Yes! Yeah. I mean, how did that feel when you got, because season 5 was supposed to be the last season. The last episode was literally called The End, and you guys got picked up for
We
2
thought
more
it was
seasons.
over, yeah. We could
you got
barely
picked
get
up for
through
2
those
more
seasons.
seasons. Well, how'd that
What's
feel?
that saying? 7 seasons in a
Movie! Yeah.
6 seasons in a movie.
I mean, how'd you feel when that happened?
It was just a great
Shout out to
way to
community.
like
Yeah.
finish, like have a finish as opposed to like just this like
Yeah.
whatever episode. You know, we
Well, I was like-
got to say goodbye to each other in a beautiful way.
I was like, this is awkward. We said bye already.
Yeah.
Clark's dead. What are we
We
gonna
thought
do?
it was over
But they
after
just,
season
you know,
5.
yeah.
I'm like, we're on a beach somewhere, kind of making out, and
they're
I'm
like,
gonna die
"Psych."
and again.
Parasailing, I think something.
Yeah.
Sure.
Hi, I'm Ben. I'm from New Jersey, and
Looks like Adam Sandler.
and sort of, what was it like putting together those like brief Twitter Vine musical snippets with the Agent Carter rivalry? Because that was always the highlight.
Dub Smash?
About the dub smash?
Yes.
Yeah. They cheated.
They fucking cheated.
Yeah, they cheated.
The last round, they did 3 videos.
Yeah.
Whatever,
And-
we're not bitter.
Right.
But
Wait,
they-
wait, wait.
it was really fun. We started it at Comic-Con. Haley came up with it. We adore both of them so much. And we
This
ended
was
up having so
pre-TikTok.
much fun. What? It was
We
pre-TikTok.
started
We
TikTok.
basically invented TikTok. Where's my money?
And then actually,
Okay, so I'm sorry, we have 2.5 minutes,
Thank
so we're going to
you.
ask the nice friend.
Yes, sir.
This is
All right,
okay,
might
speed
be our
round.
last question.
My name's Frank. I'm from upstate New York, Saratoga Springs. Clark, how you doing?
What's up?
Chloe, what's up?
What's up?
Ming, my question's for you. Who would win in a fight, Agent May or Fennec Shan?
Okay, I'm at a panel with Agent May.
Next.
Hi, my name's Evan from New Jersey. Questions for Ming-Na and Clark. What do you feel like you guys picked up doing ER and West Wing that like prepared you for like another big network TV
Ooh,
show?
good question.
What did we pick up?
Like, what do you feel like you learned doing ER and West Wing that you were like when you
I got it. Aaron
another big
Sorkin is
network?
famous for his walk-in talks, where you're walking along a hallway with somebody talking really fast. That totally helped me in S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, just learning how to like really learn to deal with props and people and a camera that's constantly moving. You know, it's ER was the first to do a steady cam action, and it was incorporated into all the fight scenes and a lot of our just regular scenes too.
Great. Next.
This is the last question.
No, it's not.
There's a minute left.
Talk fast. Talk fast.
Hello, I'm also Ben from New Jersey, and I just want to ask, did you guys know from the start that Ward was going to be the traitor and be a villain for 3 seasons?
No, they pulled us into a trailer and told us, and everyone was messed up.
We had red pages. They told us like a day before, and he didn't even know. We were all like, it was crazy.
Okay, next.
Hi, I'm Ashley. I currently live in Brooklyn. I just have a quick question. My dad and I grew up watching this, and we always discussed which character we'd like to play. if you guys had to choose a different character to play out of everyone on your team, who would it be?
From our show?
From your show, yes.
I want to be Henry with the shotgun axe.
I always want to be Henry.
I want to be Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
I don't want to say all that jargon. I'd be Henry.
Yep.
Thank you.
Hi.
Thank you.
David, Virginia. I do apologize. Can you forgive me if May and Fitzsimmons were the only ones left in the show? I would have been okay with that.
You would win a what with me?
I said, can you forgive me if the show ended with just May and Fitzsimmons continuing it? I would have been okay with it. Can you forgive me?
Oh, yeah, no, we're doing great. Oh, yeah. Okay, next, last one. We got two more.
Love you.
6 seconds, go.
Sorry. Hi, I'm Julie. I'm from Yonkers. This is my favorite show of all time. It made me want to do film. That's all I want to do with my life. The finale made me sob. Who cried the most when the show ended?
Ooh.
Me? You?
Yeah.
No, who did? We all cried our ass off at the end of season 5.
did.
And then what they came up with was really cool, the very, very end of the show of people kind of, the job
this is
breaking
amazing.
up. It was so much like what actors' life is, where people you love them so much, and then you're going off to Ian and Elizabeth are going to go have a baby. Not really them, they're characters. So that's mine. You? Who cried the most?
Not me.
We were tired.
I cried a lot when I watched that 1 hour arc of
cried.
myself.
You guys are the best. Thank you so much.
For the cast of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
This is amazing. That panel is so good. Oh my god, I love that panel so much. God, it makes me want a new Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. even more. Absolutely. Might legit be the best panel I've sat through. That I can remember. Probably, I think that was my favorite Marvel panel I sat through, or just any Comic-Con panel I've sat through since maybe the symbiotic relations panel in 2023. I'm not surprised they didn't announce anything. I'm sure like all this stuff with like secret invasion or whatever is still like hush hush. I know there are rumors that I heard some of them might appear in Vision Quest. Obviously, a lot of the cameos that they are going to have in Doomsday and Secret Invasion they're keeping it under wraps. So I do think we'll probably see them in one upcoming project. But I don't know, just having them all together just shows just how much we need another Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like they legit just need to reboot it for D+.
Now, the powerhouse is behind Telemasca.
Hi,
Why are you laughing?
This is all right. Let me check what other panel is going on right now. This one, you got like an hour or so until we get the entertainment panel. For TV and animation. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I've been saying we should have an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. video game for years. I love Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I think that panel shows why so many people love that series. They have such great characters. They obviously had a ton of chemistry. It was amazing. I love that show. I definitely think they need to bring them back for sure. Like we need to legitimately. I remember there were people talking about maybe like an Agents of Sword show for D+. If they could get them back, I think they should definitely make that happen. I'll watch the hell out of that. So Tristan, we're like a hour and so away from the TV animation panel. I'm gonna see what else is on right now. What else is going on the main stage? So Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was on the main stage. What's on the Empire stage right now at Comic-Con? Let me check real quick.
I like, which is the whole shonen kind of niche, because I'm a big anime fan and manga fan as well. So it fits that whole non-stop action, like just constant, unnecessarily fist fight. Discovering himself, guys and girls, discovering
my gender and sexuality stuff.
Some mental health and mental health.
Can't tell you when.
Empire stage, you are going to see.
Started even posting comics on Webtoon on the Canvas side.
Let me check and see if there's anything on Twitter. Jessica Jones, yeah, that I already knew. That was a while ago. I thought it'd been cool if they had, because that's actually how I thought they were going to end Daredevil season 1, Born Again season 1. I thought they were going to end it with the Defenders. When they ended it in the bar with like a bunch of like randoms, I was like, oh, that's your army. I thought they were going to have like some of the Defenders there. That would have been an insane way to end the season, because I assume they would have to have like them if they're going to war with Fisk. They revealed how much Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. meant to all of us, and how badly we needed to come back. Yeah, the first panel we covered was for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
It's me and you hanging out late at night working on this thing, enjoying every minute since we got there.
Right.
What's this panel for?
I love that. To me, that's my happy place.
Mhm.
I'm sitting on a set waiting, and they're like, time to go. It's 3:00 in the morning. Fine. Fine. Let's go. Especially with something like this that is, it's subject matter that I've never really played in before.
Mhm.
Not like this.
Yeah.
There's nothing about it that I truly did not find really enjoyable.
I love that. That's so
Yeah.
beautiful.
Okay, so we announced that.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm playing a
fantastic.
cold-blooded killer and I'm
Absolutely
having a
true.
lovely time. When you go to, are you on set often? Or are you too busy?
Yeah, it's a new look at the new season. That's gonna be lit. not sure if you saw the logo that's been on the tanks. I don't know what you mean. Agents of Perfection, sure. Yeah, Jessica Jones being in Daredevil, that made sense. But yeah, I think Luke Cage is definitely going to be there as well. I would be potentially. I would be surprised if Iron Fist came back. I would be very surprised. We've gotten a bunch of news, but the main television panel hasn't started yet. The tanks on the brand new day set. You talk about the Inner Demons logo. Yeah, people saw that a while ago. I actually made a video about it. The Inner Demon logo being on the side of the tank. Yeah, I made a video about Mr. Negative's Inner Demons potentially being in there. But according to the latest I saw, like Scorpion is supposed to have a pretty big role in Brand New Day. We know Hulk is going to be in there. We know Punisher is going to be in there. Tombstone is going to be in it. It's going to be. I think Brand New Day is going to be crazy. Remember, say Holland ain't going to be in Doomsday. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. Just based on the continuity of Brand New Day. And the filming schedule. I think he'll be in Secret Wars though. Side mode where one player is Logan and one is Creed and you fight waves of enemies. I'll pass on that one. I don't want to. I do like the idea of a co-op mode, an actual co-op mode. I think more people should follow the Ghost of Tsushima model. Have like a really cool when it makes sense for certain games. I like a Ghost of a Legends mode type of thing. I am excited for Legends because Legends sounds way better than what you just described. The original Legends mode in Tsushima was a whole separate 4-player story mode that had 2-player co-op. It had its own lore, separate narrative, had a whole new progression system. It was, it had the more looter aspect. It had different classes. You had the 2-player co-op story missions. Then you had the raid. Then you had just the cool multiplayer stuff like the capture the point fight, the survival modes and stuff like that. It was very good. Make sure reminder you go back to Yote as you should. I can't wait for Legends mode in Yote. Yeah, I don't want to play as Creed. I want to play as somebody from the X-Men. Like, why would I play as Creed? I want to fight him. I want to punch him in the face. I would love to play as Deadpool. What do I want the next Marvel game assignment? I mean, it doesn't really matter. We know what the next several games are going to be. We know the next one is Wolverine. The one after that is Venom. The one after that is Spider-Man 3. So if you're asking what the Insomniac Spider-Man game I want after Spider-Man 3 to be, I mean, an X-Men game, which I'm pretty sure is what they're building towards anyway. So beyond the X-Men game, I hope Insomniac circles back and does a Spider-Verse game. I like the idea of the Great Web. I do agree that I do think it was good it was canceled, because I don't think a full live service game was the answer. But I think a full actual Spider-Verse game, a full co-op Spider-Verse game would actually be really cool. And it would have the Spider-Verse aesthetics and everything. Miles, Gwen, Miguel, all of them. I think that would be a really cool game. If it would be cool if they did that somewhere down the line. But right now, with the direction Insomniac is going, I think it's really interesting. I definitely think we need an X-Men game. It looks like Mystique in the Wolverine game probably is not a member of the Brotherhood, but it's possible. Did I get a code for Ninja Gaiden? Yeah, I got my code a few days ago. Do you think they'll tease Hulk in the Wolverine game? I mean, technically they already have in the first trailer. I'm hoping he actually appears in the game. You're tired of Spider-Man. Hope they make games with other characters. I think the Spider-Verse game would be exception, but yeah, I think my priority over a Spider-Verse game would be X-Men. I just think we need another X-Men game. It's been a very long time since we had one, and I think an X-Men game, multiple X-Men games could be good, especially if there's like co-op involved. We should get a Silk game. A Miles Morales size Silk game. Yeah, that could be interesting. We'll see how. I think it's going to depend how well she's received in Spider-Man 3. Because they could justify a Miles Morales spinoff game because he was well received in Spider-Man PS4. But at the same time, he also had a movie release, Into the Spider-Verse, literally the same year, that also was really good. So they're like, okay, so there's like actual momentum now for Miles Morales. Cindy doesn't have that yet. Right now she's mainly relegated to the comics. There was a Cindy Moon show in development at Amazon, but it got canceled. And she wasn't a part of any of the Spider-Verse movies. So unless like she's like becomes really, really popular in Spider-Man 3, I highly doubt we're gonna get a Silk spinoff anytime soon. Yeah, based on the side mission in Spider-Man 2 with the Spider-Verse stuff and the Spider-Bots, they seem to be the person they seem to be referring to was Miguel from the Into the Spider-Verse movies. That seems to be the version they were referencing at the end of that side quest. A Daredevil game by Sucker Punch. I mean, we obviously know they can do superhero games. Daredevil would be an interesting choice for them, but yeah, I'm sure they could pull it off just fine. Guess they're waiting to the Game Awards for Rise of Hydra. Yeah, Comic Con's ending soon. And there wasn't any specific game panels. I know sometimes they'll have game panels, but yeah, this time no game panels focused on anything like that. So we'll have to see. Have a look at the Earth 1048 Marvel database. I have not. Is that something you're promoting? Let me refresh, see if there's anything new out of Comic Con. Tron Ares. Oof. Tron Ares did not do well. What's up? You missed the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. panel. It was so good.
Do you think what lessons
No,
can
read this.
friends who are maybe facing some adversity themselves kind of glean from this show? This is for anybody.
I really want to hear what you're going to say. I think there's safety in numbers. I think part of the show is who you're going to pair up with to get over the tragedies in life. And,
I love Norman
who you're
Reedus.
going to fight for, who you're going to...
Hope he plays
who
Ghost
that
Rider.
has your back. So I would say look to your friends for help. That would be my biggest one.
And I think a big part of the appeal of Daryl and Carol has been the depth of that friendship and the ways in which they kind of rise to the moment for each other. So when one's hurting, the other one comes through for them. So I think that's baked into sort of what the appeal of the show, the appeal of Norman and Melissa playing Daryl
Critics.
Uh,
and Carol is.
It has nothing to do with the
that's a
critics.
major
I'm talking about
one.
the box office.
Say that again.
It's an earned friendship.
I didn't say anything about the critics.
Yeah,
What do you
Just-
we've
mean by
been-
that?
Well, we've been working together for 15 years.
Tron's
so,
box office opening was a disaster.
you know, if you
Lower
cast
than
two actors
lower than
to play
Morbius.
That close of friends, they could probably pull it off, hopefully. But the fact that we've been working side by side for this long, our friendship is real off camera. So I feel like those two characters.
Is this for Daryl Dixon? I haven't
you can
watched
tell
it.
it's
I haven't
an
watched the
earned
spinoff.
friendship. We've put in the time, you know.
Love that. Well, along those lines, I guess. Can you? And again, this is for anybody. Can any of you?
The Friendly Neighborhood
speak
Spider-Man was
to
awesome.
The
You're crazy.
moment that you knew
That was a really
there
good
was
show.
going to be this spin-off in particular, and not just like a hypothetical. Wouldn't it be fun to do a Carol Daryl show? But particularly, what was kind of the
Okay,
moment
this is the
that it
spin-off.
was decided? Like, yeah, we're going in this direction.
For me, when Scott called me.
Yeah, I was going to say that's what I
it's
found
funny,
out.
but Norm is an executive producer.
There's a
on this.
difference
Norman
between.
was there.
I don't know if
boots on
smash
the
means
ground in the
flopped.
beginning,
There's a
and
difference between
Norman
flopping
made a lot of very important
and
calls.
having
So
a low box office.
we had goofed around with some things, and then I had called him up, and I was very nervous about this question. I was like, "What do you think of France?" And his answer
It's not
depended
the
on
same
what
thing.
The show would be, because if he said, "Oh no, we're not doing that," it wouldn't have been that. And when he said yes, I was like, "Oh, I think we have a show."
People think I picked France, but I didn't. He picked France.
Yeah.
Did you
well, needed to know you would dig it, and then David took the ball and ran with it.
Yeah, but you guys did it, like, that's what was presented to me by Scott initially, and then by Norm soon after that, was we want to do a show that has the same vibe as Walking Dead, but expands on that and builds on that, and it's Daryl Dixon in France, come tell us a story. So that's how that was the onset. I mean, I wasn't there at that moment, so that was your question, but that's
Towards
sort of how the
biography
whole
films.
thing came together.
It depends on the budget
They said, Daryl
and
Nation to France,
expectations.
you got a story for that? And Norm and I sat down, and I understood what he wanted the show to be and how he wanted to feel and what he wanted to do with the character.
The Smashing Machine definitely
tried to build on that.
looks
Sure.
like it.
So was the
like it might have been a flop.
Following up on that, was there already kind of like a here's what France looks like in
So
mind
far?
that you so
There
that was created
there was
after.
Some little bit of mythology
Had a
stuff. That's
had
it.
a $50 million
Just
budget.
A little bit of mythology stuff, not the mythology of France. There was some. We had a tag about walkers.
9 million
shows, but
worldwide.
After that,
So it underperformed.
the ball was run with.
Okay, I
And
see.
tonally, there were a lot of talks about what to be.
Yeah, I haven't watched
tonally
Walking Dead in a while. I watched a little
lot
bit of the Carol
things that
and Daryl spinoff.
I hadn't even known about. Like, is it called Along Came Bronson?
Yeah, then came Bronson.
Then came
But not
Bronson.
much.
I just watched the hell out of that. Yeah, Kung Fu I knew, but there was a real vision there, and I was excited to be there to support it.
Ghost Rider
Ever heard of
show.
that, Then Came Bronson?
No.
Norm Reedus,
It
directed by
was a
Sam
television
Raimi.
show.
Ooh.
Mickey Rourke told me about it. He said there was one character on television that all like the delinquent kids like really looked up to, and it was a guy on a motorcycle traveling cross country that had a certain thing about him. He had no particular place to go. He wasn't in a hurry. He was just sort of taking the day as it goes. But his attitude in a world where everyone's working and full of drama, he would like pull up to a gas station and two people would be fighting and they'd draw him into his conversation. And by the time he left, they had a different
Which
perspective.
reveal all the ones they
It's
announced.
Kind of, I think Nicholas.
Out of the ones I'm looking forward to, probably
I want to say that I might be
X-Men
wrong.
97 and Daredevil
But
Born
that
Again. I'm
and
looking forward to the
Kung Fu
most.
And Billy Jack and stories that were a guy traveling on his own in this nomadic way, sort of like learning the lessons of the world, was kind
But
of.
I'm curious about Wonder Man,
It was very much, and
and I really like the
and
Spider-Man show.
Some of that stuff I knew, a lot of it, but that one stuck out for me just because I think it's been brought into this. I think we feel it, and it very much reflected a hope to be something very
What's a
different
Marvel
than The Walking
panel?
Dead, something apart
It's a
from The
panel
Walking Dead.
focused on
And yet-
revealing Marvel content.
It's with these characters that you can't separate from The Walking Dead.
I remember having a conversation early on. I think it was during the episode that you.
Or
directed with
discussing Marvel
Snow.
content.
Remember that? And I think it was Angela or someone asked me, "How do you want this show to end?" And I go, "Everybody dies."
No, I remember
and,
that.
And the world's burning. All of our friends are in slow motion, saving each other. And I go, "Carol, get on the bike," and we just take off. And we can't go back because everybody's dead. And we just go see who's left. Let's just ride and see who's left in the world. And that was kind of we had playlists for it and all this stuff. That was early on.
Two questions off of that then. First of all, okay, so season 4 is going to be the last season. I assume, I'm not asking for spoilers, don't worry. I assume you have the ending in mind.
IGN
or at
Showcase
least,
next
you know,
Wednesday.
something close to it.
Oh.
How close is that ending to what you were originally envisioning for the end for Carol and Daryl? Is it wildly different? Are there elements that you've kind of kept the whole way?
That's so.
Well, it's not. I mean, it's sort of a me question in terms of the 4 seasons of this show, if that's what you're asking.
Yes.
I mean, I didn't have
Really
an
need this
ending
man
in
as Ghost
mind at the
Rider? Same.
beginning. So to be honest, we've just evolved the story and tried to keep moving them forward.
If
and
it's not Robbie
see where the
Reyes,
characters tell us they want.
I definitely want
in terms of what the
Norman
what makes sense
Reedus
for them
as
for the
the new
story,
Ghost Rider.
and also talking to Norman and Melissa and trying to make sure that we're not getting stuck in a rut, that we're continuing to evolve and grow and deepen the characters. So I can't. It's not. I didn't have an ending in mind. So the ending to me is just the ending that makes the most sense at this point in time. But that's a different question.
The
for
television
these
Marvel
guys who've
panel
been
hasn't
living with
started
those
yet.
Characters for a long
The
time.
first panel we watched was for
I've been
Agents of
living with them
S.H.I.E.L.D..
for the 4 seasons of this show.
I mean, one thing I'll say, last week we had an incredible episode of season 3, one of the best of the series.
Yeah, Keanu wants to do it too.
We have some episodes
I
left
heard.
here.
I heard it's between those
And,
two.
You know, I don't want to jump to season
But
4
he's also
before
Constantine,
we
so, I don't
really
know.
talk about season 3 because there's a big ending to that. And I could get into the conclusion, but the run up to the end of this story is intense and inventive and emotional, and there's been so much pressure happening this season, even between the characters. The way it all ends this season is massively satisfying.
That's totally right. And also, I was only realizing this recently, but like I think the last 4 episodes of season 3 are all.
I heard
amazing.
Constantine 2 is very real.
Just propulsive. When you starting with the sort of firewalkers being jettisoned into the village and that huge battle, and then this recent episode, which was mostly about Daryl in a leper colony, and then the next 2 that are coming after it. Those 4 are just filled with so many amazing moments.
Think the
both
whole
in
Defenders are gonna show up?
and gore and character and story, and they leave you in a place where
I think Jessica and
as
Luke
you'll
will
see,
definitely
like,
show
there's
up.
a lot of story to go before we get where we're getting, and there's 8 episodes of season 4 coming after.
I don't know
those
about
4
Danny.
that we just talked about. So there's a ton of good stuff before we get to any.
Sure it
kind
is.
of
So is the
resolution.
KOTOR remake.
Amazing.
That is correct. The
Love
KOTOR
that
remake
answer.
is in
Well, as we're winding
is in
down
development.
here,
Confirmed,
since I want
actually.
to stop trying to force you to
You
talk
cannot
more
force
about the
us into
conclusion.
things.
Yes,
We will not
exactly.
accept that.
Yes, 100%, as you shouldn't. I did have some rapid fire questions for you, just from your perspective, working on the show for so long. Question number 1, of the 4 of you, who would leave Hot Ones first? You know, the show where they eat hot wings.
A Hot Ones question is crazy.
Well, I would say you for certain.
KOTOR remake isn't real. I mean, Saber literally said they're working on it, so I don't know what to tell you. You sound like
Okay.
you're denying reality at this point.
Yeah.
Kind of sounds like Cope actually at this point. Saber confirmed they're working on it.
I didn't want to say.
I would probably just go and just explode like from the inside.
Yeah, actually, I could picture
Which
you
would-
going through it.
I would
now,
totally do
think.
that.
I would. Wow, that's quite an image.
It would be unwillingly that he leaves. He'd be clutching onto the table.
Okay, all right. Well, you points for courage.
I mean, I have more faith
You know
in
who I'm gonna say? She'll
KOTOR
get mad. Lauren Cohan.
because Saber is doing it,
She would leave first.
Okay.
She's
Clip
going to
it.
get very mad.
and they're
But I'll
not
watch
they're
her
not
do it.
involved with the Embracer
Okay.
group.
Second rapid fire question: who would most likely? Oh man, I feel like the answer is already going to be you. Who would most likely be the person be the person
They're gonna
in
recast
the suit
Danny.
at the end of a Scooby-Doo episode?
Oh, totally me.
Let's
Or
have
bring in Lynn.
second most
Maybe.
then.
I don't
Like,
even
you know,
know
like at the end of Scooby-Doo, they
It's
like
the bad
they
guy.
take
Oh,
off
the bad guy.
Oh,
The reveal of the bad guy.
I would make the suit, but somebody else could be in it. I think you'd be good at that, Norm.
Yeah, I don't even know what that means.
I have faith in Saber.
Yeah, I think people would. I think people wouldn't assume.
That's why.
That's true.
Scott.
That's true. They would unmask, and you wouldn't be expecting to see Scott's face. I think that's a good point.
Shaggy would just
I would be
pass
the red
out.
herring. They would think it was me.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Hello.
people are waving in. And then final question for you, and this gets most of you off the hook, except for Norman. Sorry.
Oh, cool.
Who in the cast would spend the most money on merchandise of their own Walking Dead character?
Greg, hands down. He would steal it.
Oh damn.
He wanted that. I got it all for free.
Okay.
Kind of our character. You've been a zombie a million times.
This is true.
That's true.
I did buy a lot of. But like when Walking Dead came out, and they would have posters, and there was like the art shows that they did. Was it Bottleneck Gallery? Who did that? There was some really great artwork that was done, and I would buy that, or I would meet an artist that I loved, and then I would have AMC hire him to do some of our posters and stuff. So
That's actually really cool.
I think Scott and I were very involved a lot with the initial, like a lot of those posters. We even just designed some because like Rick and Carl on the train tracks for season 4, that poster. We ended up doing a lot of that stuff.
I mean, all the posters in the Walking Dead office that still exists, nearly all of them are, I'll just say, fan-made.
That's fantastic. I had no idea.
Other than cool things that Greg has made, but Greg is a fan.
Fan art is
Greg's a
always
massive
for sure.
fan.
It's always
Oh my
Sure.
gosh! I mean, there's so much of it here. Actually,
Showing love to the
on that
fans.
subject, this would be a perfect cap. Do you remember any fan art from this particular show?
Remember Star Wars Eclipse? Still in
Like,
development.
New York Comic Con, I mean.
Bad
that,
example.
like, stood out.
There's a guy named Basil on Instagram.
Eclipse is still in development.
Good
Has not been canceled.
graphics and posters. He's kind of, I repost them from time to time. They're great.
Awesome.
This is a guy I know, brilliant Simpsons artist, and no doubt's official archivist, who made
Yes, it is.
Band?
yeah, made some just brilliant little cartoons, almost on a weekly basis for a while for Walking Dead.
That's fantastic. We'll have to look up some of them and like link them as we put this video out.
When was the
but that is our
cancellation
time.
announcement?
Gentlemen, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
chatting
Thank you.
with me.
Thank you, thank you.
If you want to see any more interviews like this, just head to thepopverse.com. We are only halfway through New York Comic Con 2025, though, so we still have quite a bit coming at you. Again, thank you all so very
Thank you.
much.
Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you, man.
Again, when was the cancellation announcement? When was the cancellation announcement for Star Wars Eclipse? Do you think we're getting reveals? Yes, that's the point. That's why they're doing the panel. The panel is to reveal stuff about X-Men 97 Season 2, Your Friendly Hood Spider-Man and Daredevil Born Again Season 2, and Wonder Man. Not announcing a cancellation means, by the literal definition, it's not canceled. Wonder Woman we know was canceled because they said, hey, it's canceled. And the studio's closing. We got the opposite, actually, from Eclipse. Haven't heard anything on Eclipse in over 4 years because you don't follow the news. Doesn't mean it's not anything happening. It means you just don't follow the news. It was literally in the news recently this year because there was like some consolidations and layoffs at NetEase. And first of all, Quantic actually opened up a support studio to further help in Paris to further help with Star Wars Eclipse. Then there was those layoffs at NetEase and people were thinking, oh, Quantic Dream might get caught up in it. But they confirmed that it was confirmed by CEO that Quantic Dream was unaffected by the layoffs at NetEase. NetEase was just consolidating some of their studios and focusing on certain projects, and Quantic Dream made the cut, which means NetEase is still fully on board with Star Wars Eclipse, and the CEO confirmed that the game is still fully in development. The studio was unaffected by the layoffs at NetEase. there was no cancellation. It was the exact opposite. They said it's still in development. That's something Last Ronin didn't get. Like, no one's talking about it, and then we found out that it's not listed on the active in development games. The CEO literally came out and said, "Yeah, we're unaffected by the layoffs. We're working on the game. It's full pace in development." Nothing happened to Star Wars Eclipse. What panel is this for?
Much of the nitty gritty of it.
You start spiraling.
Yeah,
and
there's just too much
rambling.
happening in it. So
No,
yeah.
there's a lot going on.
Yeah. Yes.
And Virginia, can you tell us a bit about Starcatcher, your series?
Yeah, so Starcatcher is like a really wholesome BL, lots of good, like learning to love yourself and finding someone who loves you for you.
Starcatcher,
While also
never heard of
tackling
this.
a lot of challenges when it comes to mental health and mental health recovery.
Never heard of this. Let me see. What's new with Comic Con? All right, 1 hour away. Sean Aries, 14.3 million opening. That is tough. Is Ultron coming back? And what project is Ultron coming back? I too am a James Spader enjoyer. Oh, he's gonna be in Vision. He's gonna be in Vision Quest. Baron Tahir, who played Raza in Iron Man, confirmed it. Oh, nice. If Vision Quest has James Spader's Ultron and the cast of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., some of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. cast members, that might end up being my favorite Disney Plus Marvel show. Is Spider-Man Season 2 next? Yes. Your friend of the neighborhood Spider-Man started with Season 1. And now Season 2 will begin next year. Remember, he might be human form most of the show. Oof. I mean, I do enjoy James Spader regardless, but human Ultron, I don't know about that. This is probably the end of Tron. Yeah. Yeah, I can't imagine, at least in terms of like a major Hollywood movie. Maybe they'll try again with like, I think they should try something lower. because Tron is like a boomer franchise. So you really gotta, play into the nostalgia to get, if you're trying to get people to show up to a film. Maybe they'll have better luck if they try to introduce it as like an animation project, a smaller budget animation project on like Netflix or something. It's kind of hard to justify a big budget Hollywood movie this day and age, and even on an established IP. Like even Marvel's looking to cut back on, and James Gunn made a point of this with Superman. He wanted to make sure he's keeping the budgets under control because he recognizes that's like the key going forward, and it's something he didn't want to deal with when it comes to what happened with the MCU. He doesn't want to be having all these bloated budgets on his projects so that they can stay profitable. I don't love Tron, but it's fine. It's just fine. You hope we get some news for Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. We are getting news for Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I have not had time to watch the Peacemaker yet. I spent all day yesterday. I forgot to stream it on Thursday. I spent all day Friday on the new season of Marvel Rivals. Then I streamed the Invincible panel, which was awesome. I love the Invincible panel. And then I went to sleep, and then started up on the Marvel panel. What's up, Disney guy? What do you think is that we get an announcement? I mean, all these shows have been announced already. We're just here for updates. Everything has been announced already. We know the dates. We know a little bit of what's in it. We actually had a teaser for Wonder Man ahead of the new trailer drop on online. We saw Gwen Stacy is going to be in Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 2. All this stuff has been announced already. We're just looking forward to new stuff for all of these. For Daredevil Born Again, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, Wonder Man, X-Men 97. Now, I think Bo DeMaio still did a ton of the stuff on X-Men 97 Season 2. But Season 3 is going to be the first X-Men 97 season where he's not involved at all. From what I remember, he did Season 1 and he did most of Season 2 before they fired him. So he's not going to be in Season 3. I'm actually interested in Wonder Man now. Like, based on, the trailer is definitely a, like, WTF. It definitely feels like Marvel's version of Birdman, which I really enjoyed. And I like this sort of thing with Marvel. Like, yeah, sure, it's fun to have, like, your typical superhero shows, but I like Marvel kind of trying something interesting rather than making a formulaic superhero show. I like the idea of them trying to do something unexpected. Like Werewolf by Night, I think, is arguably the best thing they've put on Disney Plus. And it's not something like people were expecting. It kind of came out of left field. And I think those are the sort of projects they should take a risk on. Like if it's weird or a little different, but it's actually good, I think they should try it. And Wonder Man seems like it's in that direction. WandaVision started out like that. Very, very weird, very, very interesting. You know, not a typical what you expect from a Marvel show. Obviously, it fell off towards the end, but in the beginning, it was very cool. And I hope they kind of get back into that, not just improve the quality of the stuff, but yeah, just don't be afraid to do something a little different. Marvel version of the studio. Yeah, a lot. There's a lot of he said she said stuff going on with the Bo DeMille situation. To his credit, I haven't seen a bunch of people coming out against Bo DeMille. Usually, that's typically what the case is when you see these type of accusations. But so far, it's mainly just coming from Disney, and I definitely don't trust Disney at all. So I don't know exactly what's going on, but I do know he's very talented. And I thought X-Men 97 season 1 was amazing. Twitter is trying to jump Aries just because there's a black woman in it. I mean, that's just typical grifter nonsense, but from what I've seen, Aries, it was interesting. The critics hate Aries very badly. Like, they hate it a lot, but the audience score was really high. It was weird. Yeah, like the grifters are pushing the woke narrative like they always do, because that's how they make money. But the critics who they accuse of, you know, being woke or whatever, they hated Aries, but the audience didn't. The audience score, last I checked, was like 85% on Aries, and the critic score was like 14%. Typically, when you see that discrepancy between the audience and the critic score, it usually means the movie is like at least solid or fun, because the critics are judging it on a lot of times on different criteria. Like the main reason I saw the first Venom movie in theaters is because the critic score was like 10% or something crazy, and the audience score was like 90 something percent. So I was like, okay, this might actually be fire then. I gotta go see this, because that's crazy. And it was solid. It was solid. It wasn't like a masterpiece or anything, but it was solid. So I think if you watch Aries, you'll probably have a good time. But clearly, it's probably not going to be a cinematic masterpiece. It's definitely not going to be a box office success either, though. I haven't heard anything from DC so far. I don't know what they're doing for Comic-Con. I've seen some Marvel stuff. I've seen Invincible. Obviously, yesterday, a lot of stuff for Invincible. I have no idea what James Gunn is cooking. I don't know if DC had a big panel. Actually, I'm pretty sure they didn't. Let me check. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. I don't think they had a big presence this year. Two things Marvel got to announce: Age of Shield revival, Earth Mightiest Heroes revival. Yeah, Doom. My buddy Doom loves Earth Mightiest Heroes. That was the he used that intro to his podcast and stuff like that. I think you can actually watch the whole series on Disney Plus right now. I think the best stuff on Disney Plus is like it's like the archive of old shows. But yeah, after seeing the panel, we definitely need to see some Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. coming back. They could do Agents of S.W.O.R.D. They could do Return of S.H.I.E.L.D. or something, but I need to see Clark Gregg, Chloe Bennett, and Ming together again. They were so good on that panel. Yeah, they probably don't have a ton of stuff. I imagine they'll have a lot more next year for Comic-Con, potentially. We're basically at the end of the year. The only projects they had Creature Commandos, which, you know, happened already. They had Superman, which happened already. And then they just wrapped up Peacemaker Season 2. But next year, yeah, they're gonna have Lanterns, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. So I'm expecting a bigger Comic-Con presence for DC then to promote it, because they also have the new Superman movie coming out in 2027 as well. So we'll probably see more from them then. Swamp Thing, yeah, because they have a ton of projects. They have a ton of stuff they haven't announced yet. Like they haven't announced who's going to be Batman yet. You know, we pretty much know almost nothing about Brave and the Bold, so there's still a ton of stuff they can announce there. They have the Wonder Woman show, Themyscira. They've got the Clayface movie. I think we're going to be closer to a Lanterns teaser, which I can't wait for. I'm very excited for Lanterns. The Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is definitely one of my favorite things Marvel has done. After Daredevil, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is my favorite Marvel show. My favorite live action Marvel show. It's so good. I don't expect Batman to be in Clayface. Maybe they'll have maybe they'll have a teaser like the end of Penguin season 1. Maybe they'll throw something in there. I feel like Clayface will be like a standalone thing, but we'll see. I don't think they're going to use Batman to promote it. I think they're going to. They'll probably throw in a little something, but I don't think Batman's going to show up and fight Clayface or anything. Peacemaker 2. I liked it so far. I haven't finished the last episode yet, but I was enjoying season 2. The Earth X twist, I don't think was very necessary so far. I don't think the payoff was there. It kind of feels like they could have had a different twist with the other dimension. But overall, I was enjoying the season. Love the new intro. Love the characters. Particularly, I really enjoyed the character development for Peacemaker. I'm never gonna watch it. I just literally haven't had time to do anything else. But I'll watch it after I'm done with the panel, the Comic-Con stuff. Yeah, Clayface is a DC. Pretty sure Clayface is a DCU film. I remember people talking about the map they released for Clayface. it was a map of DC because it was a map of DCU Gotham. So people were going through the map looking for Easter eggs about the DCU Batman. I think we technically got our first look at DCU Batman and Creature Commandos. We just haven't seen him in live action yet. But technically we've seen DCU Batman so far. Just not the non-animated version. And we don't know what actor they're gonna get. He just appeared briefly. I felt like the Earth X stuff honestly was a little shallow. Like, it was kind of funny. I knew where they were going with it, so I knew they were going to have like a scene where there were like obvious signs of what Earth they were on, and Peacemaker just didn't notice it. And you know, those were kind of funny. But other than that, it didn't really seem like much to it. It's like, oh, the twist is they're evil. Haha. It's like, okay. Like there was really nothing else to it. You like to Speak No Evil America remake and Hush? Both people from that doing the script. Yeah, I think the Clayface is. I definitely wasn't thinking of a standalone Clayface movie when I was thinking of potential DCU projects. But it sounds like it can be really good based on who's involved. But after seeing Penguin, because I didn't think that was, I was like, we're getting a Penguin spin-off show? Okay. But that ended up being a masterpiece, so I'm gonna let DC cook. I've enjoyed everything they put out so far since James Gunn took over. The one thing I'm questioning is Themyscira. I think that might be the project on their slate that I have the least amount of confidence in. I'm not sure how Game of Thrones on Themyscira is going to work without Wonder Woman in it. That seems like a really strange direction to take your first Wonder Woman project in the DCU, but I'll definitely give it a chance, of course. But it was definitely a choice. Definitely a choice. I'm not sold on it, but I'll give it a try. Lanterns, I'm sold. I think that's gonna be great. The Supergirl show, the Supergirl movie, I think is gonna be awesome. I'm looking forward to Booster Gold, Swamp Thing, the new Superman project. All this looks cool, and Brave and the Bold. All this looks cool, but I don't know about the Wonder Woman one. I hope it's really good. The DC Black Label comic Wonder Woman story gives you an idea of how it could work. Yeah, I think the key with that show is going to be because it's going to be hard to sell a Wonder Woman show without Wonder Woman in it. So they're going to need a really compelling protagonist to fill in. I think they're definitely going to have some really good action, and for sure some like interesting storylines. that also lead into, you know, future DCU stuff to, you know, keep fans hooked and engaged in setting stuff up. You like Stranger Things? I think everyone likes Stranger Things. I feel like Stranger Things is like the one universal thing, one of those massive cultural phenomenons that everyone agrees is just good, even if they don't love it. It's kind of like asking if you like Michael Jordan. It's like, I mean, sure. It's crazy how much it's crazy when you think of how much they're spending on the final season. I read it's like $400 million or something. But it makes sense when you consider how popular Stranger Things is for Netflix and continues to be. And the fact that pretty much, I think literally every episode of the next season of Stranger Things is basically a movie. So it'll take, and fortunately they're also not putting them all out at once. They've learned their lesson. So I think it's gonna be huge again. Teen Titans for Stranger Things. I definitely need a new Teen Titans project. Saw that Battlefield's ass evidently. I gotta ask Jay about it on the podcast. Gotta get his full review. But I saw him tweet. I haven't looked at anyone else's reaction to Battlefield 6. But I did see Jay report that he did not enjoy it. And usually I would say skill issue, but Jay is not a terrible Battlefield player, and he also is like a massive fan of the franchise. I think he might be a bigger Battlefield fan than Borderlands. So I definitely gotta look in and see what's going on. I mean, I knew the campaign was going to be ass. I heard that. People, pretty much there was like a couple insiders said they saw the campaign, and they said that the campaign was cheeks. I assume that everyone was playing Battlefield for the multiplayer. They just were like looking past the campaign at this point. But to be fair, COD, the one thing Call of Duty consistently does deliver for the most part is a good campaign. And Battlefield trying to move into that Call of Duty spot without a good campaign is definitely worrying. And it does annoy me. I don't care about Battlefield at all. But I am annoyed if indeed they just half-ass the campaign. Because EA was so determined to make Battlefield 6 a thing that they moved Motive Studios off of Iron Man and caused a delay to Iron Man internally just for Battlefield 6. And to find out that after all that we're getting just slop is definitely annoying and disappointing if that's the case. Because if you weren't even going to put any effort into like a real campaign, then you should have just left Motive alone, let them work on Iron Man. They didn't half-ass it. They one-quartered it. That's tough. That's very disappointing. If the Battlefield campaign, if it came out and people were like, "Oh, Battlefield, it's so good. The campaign's a masterpiece." I'm like, okay. They canceled. They caused Iron Man to be delayed, but at least it was for a good reason. We got a a legit Call of Duty threat out of it. Now it's like, come on. Like, what are we doing? Yeah, the sale is crazy. The actual sale is wild, but it's definitely something big AAA publishers are looking into, going private. Which I do think is the right decision to go private. You know, you can, regardless of who they're going private with, I think just the idea of a publisher going private is better. Because when you're dealing with shareholders, I think it's particularly bad in gaming. Because the shareholders are going to put pressure on the studio to do things that aren't necessarily in the best interests of the studio or the game. But it's all about maximizing that shareholder value. And maximizing shareholder value is how we got the Embracer Group firing, you know, over nearly 2,000 people, possibly over 2,000 people, and canceling all this stuff. I think the actual quote was maximizing shareholder value. And if you can just not deal with shareholders, I think that's the best case scenario for you. But then it just comes down to being able to make enough money to justify being private. But for big studios, I think that could be the move. Yeah, Bracer is definitely where games go to die. But shareholder value gets maximized. That's the most important thing. Maximizing that shareholder value. Not maximizing your games, not getting the best games possible. Making sure shareholders make more money on their investment. And the problem is shareholders, most of them don't know anything about video games. They're only investing because they heard it's a very valuable industry that's trending in the right direction. I was watching that. I was watching a little bit of that Ubisoft shareholder Q&A. It was so cringe. I was like, oh no, this is awful. Can't decide if you're gonna buy Ninja Gaiden 4 or not. Your friend will give you a code, you def play it. I'm sure. I'm sure anyone would play a game they got for free. As a that's not saying much. People in general enjoy free things, especially in this economy. I still haven't played Ninja Gaiden 4. I got plenty of time. But before I have to do a review or some kind of content, I might just stream it. I think I will stream it. But I want to try something, maybe a let's play. You got Belgar free, it was still terrible. I mean, you played it though. I said nothing about enjoying it. But if someone gives you a game for free, you're more likely to play it. Five minutes until the panel starts. Now, from what I remember, the television panel is on the main stage, but it's not listed on the live stream schedule, so I'm not sure if they're going to be able to show it. So we might just be relying on the Twitter updates from the other people that are there, which is fine. We'll still be able to see the trailers and everything. But yeah, it's on the Empire stage. And the Empire stage is Repop. So I need to switch to the Empire stage stream. Just in case. Yeah, this is it's a replay of the Daryl Dixon panel. So they might not have permission to stream the panel. So we're gonna have to rely on Twitter updates. Just order Ninja Gaiden 4. I mean, if you play 1, 2, and 3, why wouldn't you buy 4? If they announced a new Devil May Cry game, I would immediately be on board to get that. Because I've played all the Devil May Cry games. You will not catch me skipping a Devil May Cry video game. Because you got Yote Bloodlines 2, Outwards 2 all this month. Good. Get more. What time does the Marvel panel start? 1 minute. I still haven't seen Five Nights at Freddy's. I never got into the franchise. October was a busy month game-wise. True, and it's not over yet. We got Ninja Gaiden 4. We got Dispatch. Cannot wait for Dispatch. I wonder when Cosmic Invasion is coming out. Does obviously not October. But it did have the demo drop for it. Maybe November. Maybe December. I didn't buy Outer Worlds 2. They might send me a copy of it. I still gotta finish Outer Worlds 1. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more Daredevil Born Again. This is a season fully with the new writers. They get to cook on their own. There's none of the repurposed stuff from before. This is full season of their own vision, and I'm looking forward to it.
about 100 brands and properties globally. These are some of the ones that are not authorized for the US. You have Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry.
You have Marvel, some of your favorite Marvel characters as part of our TCG game that sells in China. You have also Peanuts and DreamWorks products to the left here. That's just the beginning. As you walk into the booth, it's gonna get you excited and showcase our quality as a company. I'm gonna start taking you this way where we're gonna cover additional product and also give you a sneak peek of Andy Price finishing a live painting that he's been doing since yesterday. So here we have Andy Price, who's an artist. He's been working on My Little Pony for over 13 years. We're a very...
All right, it's 1:30 now, 1:32 now. So the panel should be starting. So that's the stream for the Empire, which is where the showcase is supposed to be happening. So it looks like they don't have permission to cover it on the live stream. So we'll be looking at updates on the old Twitter. But that's a look inside the panel. Let me just double check. The pop first one. Yeah, they have it on. They have the same thing on both. Yes, it looks like they don't have permission to stream it. They want to keep it exclusive for the people that are in attendance, but they'll be live updating everything later. As it's happening, we'll be getting live updates. Yeah, not interested in My Little Pony. Cosmic Invasion Code would be an awesome gift. Yeah, I agree. For me, I'm still waiting to hear back from them. Oh, we got a new Batman show. First trailer for Bat Fam. November 10th on Prime Video. What is this?
He's Batman. But at home,
Selena, which one of these screams fun?
he's
Dad? I swear cleaning up Gotham was easier. This game night is going to be a great way to welcome all the new members of the family.
What do you think about the new
This is definitely
digs,
Elsa
Wayne?
Rhodes.
Whoa, I'm excited too, but what's the language?
Oops, sorry I'm late. Hey, this pea kind of looks like Alfred.
oh, biscuits.
What the hell is this?
Careful, Alicia. We've got a tight schedule today.
Bruce, sometimes not planning fun is fun.
And other times it unleashes deadly paradimensional demons.
Alfred, we need you in here.
Batman, this is the second robbery you thwarted in as
I was
many
not
weeks.
expecting this.
Crime is back in Gotham.
What are you after?
Oh no, we're busted.
Justice will be served.
Killer Croc, Clayface, Mad Hatter, and Livewire? It's just got serious.
Family style.
I'd hug you, but...
We should stop the invasion first. Bad hug, ring check.
Destroy mode activate.
Yoo-hoo, over here. You mess with one of us, you mess with all of us.
This is like an Adult Swim show,
Time to make a cool Batman entrance.
but Batman.
Really, Claire? done way worse. I've been meaning to talk to you guys about the whole bat in front of everything.
Bat flip, bat hug.
Leave bat to me. It's kind of played out. That's your bat opinion.
I don't know about that one. I only watched the first episode of Cape Crusader. I wasn't really feeling it. That reminds me, I still gotta catch up on Gen V. So I was not. So DC had something today at least. So still waiting for the Marvel first of the Marvel reveals. I imagine wonder what they're going to start with. Probably Wonder Man, I would think. If I were them, I would save Daredevil Born Again for last. All right, the Marvel panel has officially started. We got Cena return this year, and your style is next. Your child is going away. Yeah, Cena wasn't my childhood. Cena came onto the scene when I was not quite as into wrestling. Like, I was obsessed with wrestling, but that was like the era of WCW, WWF, and ECW, where Stone Cold, The Rock were the biggest stars. Yeah, that's my era. That's my main era. WCW, The Rock, Stone Cold, D-Generation X, Eddie Guerrero, Owen Hart, all of them. Taz, Rob Van Dam, Sabu, Sting, Goldberg. That was my era of wrestling. When John Cena came along, he was like the rap. He was doing the rap thing, you know, Word Life, Thugonomics. I thought it was so corny. I did not like Cena at all. I thought he was so lame, and then I stopped watching wrestling. But I've grown to appreciate Cena. Thankfully, he's also kind of moved away from a lot of that. But yeah, Cena is like awesome now. But yeah, when he first started, I was not a fan. I did not like Cena. I did not like his whole gimmick. Jericho, yeah, I love Chris Jericho. One of my all-time favorite entrances was Jericho. When he had the Break the Walls Down theme. That was so peak. Always got a crazy pop whenever that entrance hit. All right, first update. They're starting with Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. And it's coming in the fall of 2026. So probably releasing around the same time as the Wolverine game. Remember, Jericho might be returning? Oh, that'd be cool. Fall 2026, so we're talking September through November is the window for Your Friendly Neighborhood. Which is pretty much when I was expecting the Wolverine game. Cena seems like a great guy. Like every time I see John Cena doing like an interview or some interaction with fans, it's always amazing. Why is it so late? Hopefully so they can polish the animation. Because Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man season 1 was a really good show, but the animation was complete dog water. I'm hoping they had some extra time to polish up the animation a little more. Maybe I don't know what the numbers were. Hopefully enough to justify getting a little more production budget, a little more resources, more time. Because the writing of the show definitely deserved better quality animation. The animation was really bad. Particularly for like a Spider-Man show. Like you would think Marvel would spend money on a Spider-Man project, but it clearly did not seem to be the case. It seemed to be like a combination of, I'm hoping it was just lack of time, maybe. But there was definitely not a ton of money spent. But I'm hoping like if they maybe have more time, they can make it look better. It was rough. It was definitely a rough first season in terms of animation quality. But they made it work. Daredevil will return in Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man season 2. He'll wear the classic red costume this time. Ooh, nice. What's up, Eastwood? Animation was great. Animation objectively was not great. If you think that was great, I beg you to watch good shows with good animation. I beg. Because you're going to be blown away when you see shows with actual good animation. I watch a lot of stuff with good animation. That's why I was in particular disappointed with Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man season 1. Because I know what good animation looks like. No, I sound like someone with taste. No offense. You don't have good taste. I'm sorry. Objectively, anyone who watches good animation will tell you Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man did not have good animation. That's just a fact. I'm sorry. It just is. Even if you compare it to other Disney Plus shows. Like, not even comparing it to, like, not even like Infinity Castle Demon Slayer level. I'm talking, if you just look at like your X-Men 97 season 1, great animation. What If season 1, some people didn't like the art style, but it did have some really good animations, particularly those fights with Ultron. A smaller budget show, Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, also came on Disney Plus. Really good animation. Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man was just bad. it just was. It has nothing to do with hating. It's just, I'm someone with actual good taste who watches a lot of animated content. And I could tell it was just really poorly made. There was definitely some talent working on it. They made it work as best they could. But as someone who watched a lot of animation, both good and bad, I could tell, okay, this didn't have a huge budget. Didn't have that much of a budget. Surprising for a Spider-Man show. And they didn't have a ton of time for polishing. But they still managed to make it work as much as possible. Like they take shortcuts, particularly in the non-action sequences. They would kind of save the budget for like action scenes that they thought were important. All signs of a production that didn't have a ton of money. I've seen it before. It's fine. Just surprising for a Spider-Man show. I literally just refreshed it. You think animation will be the same? Yeah, I'm not expecting it to suddenly jump up to like Studio Bones level of animation for sure, but I was hoping at least a little more polish. Because again, it's a Spider-Man show. You would think Spider-Man would have all the money because he's the most popular character in Marvel. Oh, we're getting a Venom appearance. So season 2 is going to have Daredevil again. It's going to have Spider-Gwen. And now we're getting Venom. Was the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man good? Very good. That's literally the only reason I watched it. Because I saw the trailers and I was like, oh, the animation is completely terrible. But I kept watching the show because like the writing, the story was actually good. I actually enjoyed the story. Interesting. So Venom, Strange. I don't know if they'll bring back Strange, but yeah, Venom, Gwen Stacy, Daredevil all appearing in season 2. That's going to be interesting. They're throwing a lot. It looks like they're throwing a lot in there, but it looks fun. They're showing the X-Men 97 season 2 trailer, so it should be uploaded soon. That's what we need is for Issa to get his mind status back. I'm looking for it. Now I'm looking forward to X-Men 97 the most because that one had a good story and it had great animation. Who is Scoopcast? Is that your website? Hope there's someone that's doing Comic-Con coverage. It's a small podcast. Oh, it's a fan account. A fan account of... Where's the actual Scoopcast? Oh, I don't care. Alright, let's refresh, see if they posted the trailer yet. Nope, they don't got it yet. See if anyone else has it. What have you missed so far? You've missed all the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man stuff. Oh, we got some stuff from X-Men updates. X-Men 97 has been renewed for season 3. Eric and Julia Luard are returning as executive producers for season 2. It's coming out in summer 2026. And they'll release new seasons every year. Ooh. I hope they're still good. Season 3 is the one I'm going to be most interested in. X-Men Destiny 2 would be insane. We definitely need an X-Men game, for sure. I think Insomniac is going to end up being the first one to do a new one, but it's definitely something we need more of, especially since Marvel is now going to move into fully X-Men stuff after Secret Wars is over. That's going to be their next phase. All about the X-Men. They're going to recast stuff. They're going to have a lot more projects. I'm excited for that. This we're on the X-Men panel. I'll go back and forth between X-Men updates and discussing film. Ooh. First look at Apocalypse. Yeah, that looks just like the 92 one. Which I love. Love that design. Yeah, that was a crazy finale. I feel like tease doesn't quite describe it. They flat out was like, "Hey, Apocalypse is here." It was him all along. Season 2 starts in the summer. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man starts in the fall. Wonder Man is this year, actually. I think it's December for Wonder Man. Seeing if there's anything else. Not yet. Uh-oh. Hold up. Daredevil time. Jessica Jones in Daredevil. Yes.
What's up? Hi, everyone. I guess you're a little familiar with New York, huh? Yeah, I am now.
Sponsored by Raising Cane's.
What's up? Hi, everyone.
Charlie.
I guess you're a little familiar with New York, huh? Yeah, I am now.
From my understanding, Jessica is going to be part of the task force, part of the vigilante squad. that is looking to take back New York from Kingpin. So she should have a fairly large role, actually. Ooh, what's this? The Friendly Neighborhood Venom? I like it. Ooh, I like that. Very much looks like a throwback Venom. I'm here for it. I don't know what the green ooze is. I don't know what he was drinking. But yeah, it looks like a classic Venom. I mess with it. Alright, so now we know they're doing Daredevil Born Again now. They're going to show a season 2 trailer for Spider-Man. Gwen Stacy breaks into Oscorp. Kristen and Charlie on stage. I can't wait to see Jessica Jones in the new season. Yeah, for now everything's going to go up on Twitter first, but eventually all the official trailers will be up on YouTube. We're still waiting for them to publish the first trailers. I know we're getting a Wonder Man trailer. And we're going to be getting they already showed them a Daredevil Born Again season 2 trailer. Karen and Matt kissing and dancing. Love it. Jessica Jones and Foggy appeared. Foggy might be a flashback. Fisk doing some boxing. Charlie Cox and Christian Ritter now have joined. Now just reunite on stage. Yep. Interesting. Hope there'll be information on the Punisher special. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one as well. Sounds good so far. Wonder how long it'll take them to upload the trailers. We got some new DC. Apparently there's a DC panel happening too. We're getting, for DC, we're getting Batwoman, Deathstroke, Firestorm, Lobo, the Demon, Barbara Gordon, and Zatanna. All new series, beginning March 2026 and beyond. That's interesting. And now we know they're bringing in Lobo, Jason Momoa as part for the Supergirl movie, but he's getting a show too. Interesting. Yeah, this looks like their animated slate. I think these are all their animated slates of things. Some of this has to be Elseworlds, I'm sure. Or it could be DCU. Some of them could be DCU. Actually, they could all be DCU, actually. I know the Batfam one is definitely Elseworld. But Zatanna Lobo animated? I feel like that could be DCU. Because James Gunn said he wanted to have the same actors in animation and live action. I do love Zatanna being added to the DCU. Right now, the new trailer for Wonder Man is airing. Here's some footage of Charlie on stage.
Maybe like assembling a team to defend New York City. Oh. It looks like it's going.
He said the thing.
Who's first on that list?
Jessica Jones,
Yeah.
Kristen Ritter.
This is, if I was in that audience, I'd be screaming too.
We are so back.
Yes. Yeah.
You were maybe like assembling a team to defend New York City. Oh. It looks like it's going pretty well.
Yeah. Who's first on that list?
Jessica Jones,
Yeah.
Kristen Ritter. We are so back.
We are back indeed. That's so lit. I cannot wait for that new season. All right, we got the date. March 2026 for Daredevil Born Again Season 2. Where's Mike? Looks like I think if Mike's in it, it's going to be a surprise. Right now they're just promoting Jessica Jones. But I feel like they definitely got to bring in Luke Cage. I would rather Luke Cage be a surprise. Honestly, I like how you have Jessica Jones. So you're setting up. If you have Jessica Jones confirmed, you're setting up the potential of the Defenders. So I'm cool. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with him just being a surprise. Hopefully they publish the trailers as well. Daredevil Invincible in the same month. You love 2020. 2026 is going to be insane. It really is. Invincible, Daredevil, X-Men 97, Brain Lane with Spider-Man, Lanterns, Supergirl, Spider-Man Brand New Day, Avengers. Then the games, GTA 6, Wolverine, Rise of Hydra, Undefeated Genesis. 2026 is going to be insane for culture. Surprise, bro. if we get Iron Fist in Daredevil Born Again Season 2 instead of Luke Cage, I'll actually be upset. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. If I see Daddy instead of Luke, I'm actually going to be upset. Because I know Mike wanted to come back. I'm sure all of them want to come back. I know I saw like people ask Mike about it. I know Mike wants to come back. I know he could have found time to film it. If he's not in this and Danny is, I'm actually be mad. I don't care how lit his scene is. I don't care if he has the craziest fight scene. I'm going to be legitimately upset if I see Daddy and not Luke. So, from my understanding, based on everyone who's been there, all the trailers have been shown so far. They've shown a new trailer for X-Men 97, Season 2, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, Daredevil Born Again, and Wonder Man. So at this point, we're just waiting to see them get uploaded. If they get uploaded. They don't always do them right away. Like yesterday, for the Invincible panel, for example, they pretty much immediately uploaded the new season teaser trailer for Season 4 after they showed it at the panel. Stick of Iron Fist. For some Comic Cons, they wait a while before they release the trailers. I don't know if it's going to be the case here. What is it, Wonder Man? That is what people are wondering. It is a potentially wonderful show, but there's a lot of wonder about what exactly the direction is. You know, they just released a new teaser for it yesterday. It's a show on the surface about a beloved director reviving a new movie, a old superhero movie franchise called Wonder Man. And our main character is an aspiring actor who wants to be Wonder Man. Daredevil probably won't be uploaded. Yeah, they might wait for it. I imagine they'll definitely do Wonder Man, because that's supposed to come out in December. Wonder Man is not related to Wonder Woman. They are two different companies. One is Marvel, one is DC. But I imagine they definitely showed a Wonder Man trailer, because that's coming out this year. Yeah, here it is. They might hold the Spider-Man and Daredevil and X-Men trailers, since those are out till next year. But Wonder Man, they definitely have to promote that.
The entertainment world is stunned today when internationally celebrated and
January
reclusive
27th.
filmmaker Von Kovac sprung out of
Not December
retirement
anymore.
to sign on for a remake of Wonder Man. Mr. Von Kovac, could you tell us more?
Everyone is tired of superheroes. There is an opportunity to reimagine a whole genre of storytelling.
Have you thought about casting?
So, what's this big audition you were talking about?
It's a huge opportunity. I'm auditioning for Wonder Man.
Did you hear about Wonder Man? I need to be in this movie.
Sorry, you crazy.
I was born to play this character.
Are you serious? Boo, they are already talking to Leo.
You just gotta go out there and crush it.
What's wrong?
I'm trying to come up with a backstory for the character.
Well, trust the words. Just show up and say them.
No, that's not my process.
Well, your process can go blow a spider.
Guy's killing it in there, bro.
Where have I seen him before?
Pretty sure he used to be a terrorist.
Next! You can slate whenever you're ready.
Yes, he is.
Simon Williams, reading for Wonder Man.
Listen to me, Simon. The callback is happening now.
That's actually a funny callback.
Normal man. The breakdown is go method.
The fake Mandarin.
Come in. Mr. Kovac will meet you in the living room.
So you all here to meet Von Kovac? Mm-hmm.
Hello, everyone. I want to explore the place between fiction and non-fiction.
That's tight.
We are going to make the last movie on Earth. No one will have the balls to make another. And action!
Any news from Von Kovac?
There is news you'll be the first to know, unless you call me again, in which case I will never tell you.
8 episodes. Okay. I'm still looking forward to this. This doesn't seem like a superhero show. But it seems like a fun premise. He's Booster Gold. That's actually a fun. This just looks like a good show. This looks like an interesting show. And there's clearly, obviously, something else going on, but I like the fact that the fake Mandarin auditioned for the role of Wonder Man. And was crushing it. And they're just like, and they're just kind of like glossing over the fact that he's basically a terrorist. So it's 8 episodes, okay. And it's streaming January. Yeah. I read it was originally supposed to come out in December. About to binge it. Now I wonder. Now are they going to release them all? I hope they don't release them all. 8 episodes seems like a lot. Like they did it. They released like the animated stuff, Eyes of Wakanda, and Marvel Zombies all at once because they were like 4 one shot, basically a 1-shot series, 4 episodes. They just dumped them all. Ironheart was like 6 episodes, and they released them like 3 at a time. So I imagine Wonder Man's not going to have them all at once. Surely. First logo for Vision Quest. Looks exactly like what I was expecting. Let's see.
Will never tell you.
It says in 8-episode series, streaming January 27th. That doesn't mean all episodes are going to be uploaded at once. That just means it's a series with 8 episodes in it that starts streaming on January 27th. That doesn't mean every episode is going to be dropped at the same time. Just that it's an 8-episode series. And if it was, I think that would be the first episode. That would be the first series of that length I remember Marvel dropping at the same time. If they had done that. Starring Paul Bettany as Vision. There's going to be James Spader as Ultron. And then there's a lot of rumors about who else will be in it. I've heard that we might see some of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. people, like Chloe Bennett, up here. We'll see. Yeah, I can't imagine them releasing all 8 episodes, because I think they definitely would have specified that in the trailer. All they said was that the series would have 8 episodes. I don't think they've ever done that for a Marvel show before. Even ones that they wanted to get out the way. All right, there's a poster for Wonder Man. I think the weekly model is just better. Like, it's better for discussion. It's better for a show's popularity. Like, when you just drop all the episodes at once, it doesn't really give people time to like digest and talk about it properly. That's why one of the reasons Game of Thrones became such a phenomenon is because the show, each episode aired weekly at a time that everyone could watch, a prime time slot, so everyone would tune in. They would have parties and stuff, come together, watch the episode, go on social media, discuss it for the whole week, and then we come back to the new episode of that week. But you drop everything at like 3 o'clock in the morning. It's like what are we doing? That's not a way to promote a show. The interesting thing he said in the trailer. This is definitely going to be a very meta show, by the way. Hollywood experiencing superhero fatigue. He said he was interested in blending fiction and nonfiction. I'm guessing Simon will actually become Wonder Man, like the actual superhero, at some point. Definitely looks unique. Yeah, it's very meta. Wonder Man, you said all 8 episodes are confirmed to be releasing at once? Let me see where they confirmed it. Wonder Man will premiere January 2026. Has 8 episodes, each is 30 minutes. Culture Crave is saying all 8 episodes will release Disney Plus on January 27th. That's according to Culture Crave. First they said it was December, but it was changed to January. That's so weird. I do not like the idea of them just dumping an entire show, all 8 episodes at once. That's so weird. It just doesn't work. Yep, James Spader will officially return as Ultron in Vision Quest. We heard that before. He will also play a human form of Ultron in the series. Interesting. You're literally talking about this earlier. Yeah, somebody from the cast already confirmed that James Spader was going to be in it as Ultron. And someone mentioned he might play his human form as well. So there we go. Which episodes were an hour? So 8 30-minute episodes of Wonder Man, all releasing at the same time. Definitely not a fan of that, but I hope it's actually good. Because it looks good. I'm just disappointed that they don't believe in it enough to have a weekly model. But if all the episodes are 30 minutes, maybe that contributed to it. But even then, like, weekly shows historically are just better. They just perform better, even if they're 30 minutes. First details of Vision Quest. White Vision has all of the memories of the original Vision, but struggles to connect with the emotions. Ultron, Friday, Edith, Dumb-E, and Jarvis will appear and have human forms. Releasing in 2026 on Disney Plus. And of course, James Spader will return as Ultron. Interesting. So they're all going to have, so all the AI are going to have human forms in the show. $2026 about to make you fuss is crazy. Yeah, 2026 is insane for sure. With all the content coming out. Movies, shows, and video games. For sure. It's going to be historic. I'm definitely excited for Vision Quest, just mainly because I heard that we might get Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. members in there, but this does sound interesting, and I do want to see more James Spader. I mean, I don't know all the AIs. We obviously know Ultron and Jarvis. Friday and Edith are the new AIs for that Tony developed, I believe. But one of them wasn't one of them the AI for Peter's suit. Dummy was Tony's Malibu mansion. Yeah, bring back if we get Coulson and Quake, that would be insane. I need them all back. I need, at very least, I need May, Coulson, and Daisy back. We got a Tommy. Worded Malika will officially star as Wanda and Vision's son Tommy in Vision Quest. So we got a grown-up Tommy officially cast. We got our guy. Wonder if they would be based on the Vision comic or as a family. I don't know. Like, well, the basic premise is it seems to be starring White Vision after the events of WandaVision, where he gets back to memories. But they say he doesn't connect with the emotions. So, and I know, partially this is going to be about a search for Tommy after the events of Agatha All Along. I think it's definitely going to be some stuff taken maybe from some comics, but this seems very MCU focused. Yeah, I think they're definitely going in a different direction. Just like they did with WandaVision originally. WandaVision was supposed to be based on House of M, but obviously not remotely. That did not happen at all. So Wanda officially basically her sons basically were born. So I guess you would have to watch Agatha All Along to understand what's going on. So when Wanda made her family and had to let them go when she finally released the town that she was holding hostage, there's effectively she created life and their souls left and they went away when she closed the barrier and traveled to find hosts that happened to be dying at the time. And their souls essentially went into their bodies. That ended up being the twist, one of the twists in Agatha All Along. Wiccan ended up being one of Wanda's kids. It was a kid who thought was just a fan of Agatha and witchcraft, but it turned out the soul of Wanda's kid had left the barrier when she closed it and went into this kid's body when he was dying and just took over. He just didn't have the memories. But then he remembered, you know, who he was, and then he went off. Now he's going off to find his brother, who he knows is out there somewhere in another body. And then of course, Vision's all of Vision's memories are now in the White Vision. We don't know where Wanda is officially. She's supposed to be dead, but I don't think she's dead. I think they very clearly put in a little tease in there to leave the door open for Wanda to come back. I mean, I thought it was pretty obvious, but a little too obvious in the movie at the end of Multiverse of Madness. But yeah, they wanted to make it clear, hey, if you see Wanda again, don't be surprised. Even though she got crushed, you know, we're gonna throw a little thing in here. See that red light? Yeah. Did she die? You know. So I think Wanda's definitely out there. Is Agatha? If Wiccan is in Vision Quest, Agatha will be, because she's essentially now following him around as a ghost. So if he's in there, she should be there as well. I don't know how involved he's supposed to be. How involved Billy is supposed to be. But I would imagine somewhat involved, because the Agatha literally ended with Billy saying he was going to be looking for Tommy. So I think he'll appear at some point. But they'll probably first establish all the Vision stuff of the show first before getting into, you know, stuff that happened in Agatha all along. The entire cast? No. They confirmed James Spader as Ultron, obviously Paul Bettany as Vision, and they just confirmed Tommy. And there's probably a couple more. Let me see if there's anything from anywhere else. From New York Comic Con, because the trailers were already uploaded. I mean, our trailers are already shown at the panel, but so far only Wonder Man was uploaded, which I expected since it's releasing the soonest. Yeah, they're looks like they're going to be holding the other ones for a while. Yeah, people saying Foggy is alive because he appeared in the trailer. Foggy is definitely dead. I think Foggy's just in the trailer because there's going to be like a flashback. Yeah, the panel is officially over. I think for animation that was only like an hour. So we're just waiting to see which ones they would end up uploading. And so far, they just ended up uploading Vision, the Wonder Man one. But yeah, the panel officially only runs from 1:30 to 2:30, and then they go to the Marvel Next Big Thing panel for comics. And for what's being streamed, they only have today Bob's Burger is on right now, and then there's a Star Trek universe, and then the Mortal Kombat 2 panel is at 5. That one's being live. Those are all being live streamed. But the Marvel panels weren't streamed. Only the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. one got streamed, and it was awesome. I love the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. panel. That was so fun. Let me refresh again. This might be it though. Yeah, I think they're gonna hold on to the other trailers for a little bit. But they promoted Wonder Man. They showed the Wonder Man trailer because it's coming out in January. So we'll probably see the Daredevil season 2, Your Friendly Neighborhood, and X-Men later as we get closer to the actual dates. Nintendo was hacked again. Tough. You thought Marvel was going to keep TV and movies separate? Does it feel like homework? I don't think that was actually a thing. I know Kevin Feige made some. What Kevin was actually alluding to was that he wanted to give some shows space to like be their own thing without having to worry about matching everything with whatever movie they're planning. Like how the Netflix shows were part of the MCU, but they didn't really immediately they weren't hyper focused on, okay, let's lead into this, let's lead into that. So for example, Daredevil Born Again season 2 is not going to spend a bunch of time building the story around what happened in Thunderbolts. That's all. Like, they're not going to be, it's not that they're going to be separate continuity, it's just that, and I also think the homework thing is a little silly. Like, I think if you're a Marvel fan, you just watch the stuff, but in the movies, typically catch you up on everything you actually need to know in order to understand what's happening in the movie. Like, sure, there was a bunch of stuff that went into like Brave New World, like, you know, it was originally set up in Cap got the shield, you know, Sam got the shield in at the end of Endgame. You know, he had this whole arc in Falcon and Winter Soldier. It's also a continuation of the Hulk movie, but you understand what's going on just by watching the movie and paying attention to what's going on, because they go out of their way to explain everything that you actually need to know. Anything else, you can maybe, it's just like Easter eggs at that point. And if you're a Marvel fan, you'd have watched the stuff anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I do like the idea of not trying to force shows to being like as extensions of the movies, which they really haven't even done that much of, to be honest. Apart apart from like Falcon and Winter Soldier and WandaVision. And WandaVision didn't even need to be that. Like, I feel like Doctor Strange 2 should have been something separate, but they were experimenting with seeing if they could bridge the Disney Plus series into movies. But I think Doctor Strange 2 would have just been better as a Doctor Strange movie instead of a continuation of WandaVision. That's just me. Refresh. The panel's over. Don't think Marvel Zombie Season 2 will come out. I don't think the intention was to have one. Daredevil Born Again Season 2 is going to connect to Spider-Man Brand New Day. It's good. Well, Punisher's in it, so we obviously know there's going to be a connection. I think it's more so going to be connected to the Punisher series. There's definitely going to be some connection. I mean, they both take place in New York. Punisher is going to be in it in Brand New Day, but Born Again is mostly going to be a standalone thing. It's going to be able to exist on its own. Yeah, we only got announcements today, apart from the Marvel panel, apart from the Wonder Man trailer. I don't think they're going to show the other trailers. James Darcy will return as Jarvis in human form, so that's going to be his human form. He previously played Edwin's Jarvis in Agent Carter. Agent Carter, that's a throwback. That's a show a lot of people forgot about. Brand Wintermall Saga to the Spider-Man Brand New Day team to connect. I wonder if they're going to show all the human forms today. I think Agent Carter was actually the one Marvel show I haven't watched besides I Am Groot. I think those are the only ones I haven't watched from the out of the MCU. There's a couple. I didn't watch I Am Groot, Agent Carter, Hit Monkey, and I didn't watch the MODOK show. The MODOK thing. Everything else I didn't watch, but I miss Agent Carter. But funny enough, I did watch. I kind of wish I watched Agent Carter instead of Inhumans. Would you like to see Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Disney Plus show? Oh, you should have been here earlier, bro. You should have been here at the beginning of the stream. We were watching the panel because they live streamed this. They live streamed the panel of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. reunion. It had Ming, Clark Gregg, and Chloe Bennett just up on stage reminiscing about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Obviously, everyone was trying to get them to confirm if there was any projects they were coming up in, but you know they said they didn't know anything. They couldn't say anything. But it was just great to see them all together. They are some of my favorite characters in Marvel. The show was so good. People have been campaigning for years at this point now to see them put in some other projects. Hope at the very least they appear in Secret Wars or Doomsday. Very least. Like, I feel like they're going to have so many cameos. Like, throw them in there. Like they deserve more, but at the very least they should get a cameo. The other verse 2026 about to be peaked as a Superman. July 31st, 2026. Isn't the Superman one 2027? When is Supergirl? Supergirl is June 2026. I'm looking forward to that one. I think that movie's gonna be fun. I might finish the comic before then. I started on it. It was pretty good. But the movie's gonna be different from the comic. It's gonna have Lobo. Twitter's about to be as peak as Superman. As peak as Superman? So a Brand New Day. I'm pretty sure Brand New Day is going to be much bigger than Superman. I mean it's Spider-Man. All the Spider-Man movies go crazy, and Brand New Day looks like it's going to be potentially as big as No Way Home. Will there be any other trailers releasing for Marvel? I doubt it. Unless they upload the trailers they already showed. It looks like Wonder Man was the only one. They don't have any other panels for that would have trailers. They just have like comic stuff the rest of the day. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 3 o'clock. 3:30 to 4:30, their Marvel Comics Next Big Thing panel. Going over the future Marvel Comics with the Ultimate editors, 5 through 6. 5 to 6 is Marvel Comics to screen. We might get some news, but not a trailer. It's going to be insights and unheard anecdotes about current and upcoming Marvel television projects. And then tomorrow, they're going to have a Women of Marvel panel. And then that's the end of their Comic-Con panels. If Brand New Day and Doomsday only made 800 million, that would be insane. That would be, people would be panicking at Marvel. I would be shocked personally if Brand New Day made less than $1 billion. It's a Spider-Man movie. It's got a ton of hype going into it. It's going to have Punisher. It's going to have Hulk. It's connected supposedly to the next Avengers movies. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if one of Doomsday or Secret Wars made less than $1 billion, potentially, depending on the marketing. Just looking at it now, there's no way Secret Wars is less than $1 billion. Secret Wars is going to be the big nostalgia one. I don't think it's going to make as much as Endgame because it didn't have the build up that Endgame did. But more than likely, they're both going to go. All three of those are going to go over $1 billion. How about a Marvel Games panel tomorrow? The only panel tomorrow scheduled for Marvel is the Women of Marvel panel. It's an annual panel where they have a discussion about the legacy of women in Marvel Comics. That is the only Marvel panel scheduled for tomorrow. I don't think Daredevil is going to be in Brand New Day. Just Punisher. Yeah, the setup to the multiverse saga has not been great. Like it's kind of been, they had to kind of throw this together. Like the Infinity Saga was well crafted all the way through. You have really good projects, one cohesive storyline, Thanos the big bad, everything leading up, all these Avengers movies, all the stuff leading up to Infinity War, and then closing it out with Endgame. These phases of Marvel all over the place. Like you had all these different projects seemingly with no direction, all this multiverse stuff. Then they were like, okay, Kang's going to be the big bad, but Kang was kind of terrible in terms of like being an intimidating villain. And then the stuff with Jonathan Majors happened IRL, so they fired him, and then they had to pivot and find a new big bad of the saga. Because even at that point, like leading up to Kang wasn't even working, like because they put him in Ant-Man, and that movie underperformed. So it was just like, okay, well. And then they got rid of Majors, and they were like, okay, well, we're bringing Robert Downey Jr. back as Doom, and we're just going to do Secret Wars and Doom and Doctor Doom. So now that's the new thing. Like, so there was really no real build up. Like Fantastic Four and now Brand New Day are going to be like the main movies that are like building up to these next Avengers films, which are supposed to be like the end of the saga. So it's not going to be as nearly as epic as Endgame, but I still think they're going to both make a lot of money, purely on nostalgia. Yeah, then they're going to reboot it. They're going to recast some people, but after Secret Wars, they're going to recast some of the OGs, and they're going to focus on the X-Men, which I think is a better direction for them, and what they originally wanted to do, but they didn't have the rights. Which superhero movies are you most excited to? Love the content. Appreciate you, Julie. Which movie? Just one? I would say probably based on what we have coming up, probably Brand New Day. I think Brand New Day probably end up being the best of the upcoming superhero movies, potentially. I love the Holland Spider-Man movies, even though Andrew's my GOAT. I did think No Way Home was overrated, but still really good. But for the nostalgia, it's definitely going to be all about Secret Wars. I just know there's going to be like 10,000 cameos. Everybody's going to be in that. We're going to see we're going to see the old Fantastic Four. We're probably going to see all the Spider-Man again. We're going to see all the old X-Men. It's going to be insane. It's going to be pure nostalgia directly injected into us. I'm kind of just curious to see it all play out. I think I don't know about Doomsday. I think everyone's going to be in Secret Wars. I think Secret Wars is going to be the most cameo-filled project ever. It's going to be insane. Comic-Con officially ends tomorrow, I think. It runs until, I think, Marvel's last panel is tomorrow. They still have one more. They have one panel happening right now, and one more. Oh, that's not the update I wanted to see. Diane Keaton has passed away. That sucks. Rest in power. That's a bummer. But I think in terms of the Marvel stuff, that's pretty much done. Ben Affleck's Daredevil, I would not be surprised to see all of them. Yeah, I think that's it for the main Comic-Con stuff for Marvel, at least. We get to recap. We got the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. reunion panel. A lot of fun. Definitely rewatch that. We got to see the new Wonder Man trailer. Looks really good. Comes out January 27th. All 8 episodes are 30 minutes each, dropping at the same time. A new trailer for Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, Daredevil Born Again, and X-Men 97 were all shown at the Comic-Con panel, but not released yet. I'm expecting, since they haven't been released now, I'm expecting them each to release later on down the line as we get closer to each project. Daredevil Born Again is March. X-Men 97 is summer, and Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man is fall. So look out for that. I'm really excited to see that Daredevil trailer. That's probably the next one we'll see. They'll probably do it in like order of when the project's coming out. And we might get some more Vision Quest stuff soon, because they dropped some updates on Vision Quest, as we've seen here. They just didn't give a specific month yet, or time frame. So I'm guessing that means it's after. If they're just saying it's releasing in 2026, that means it's coming after Wonder Man and Daredevil Born Again Season 2. Looking forward to it. All right, everyone. Catch y'all later. Appreciate everyone hanging out. Subscribe for more superhero news, whatever it is. Particularly, it's going to be a big week for Marvel Rivals. New stuff coming to the game. Big announcement. It's going to be a lot of fun. And if there's anything else related, I'll tap in. But it doesn't look like there's any video game stuff for Marvel or anyone at Comic-Con this time around. So we'll probably see like Rise of Hydra, for example, at the Game Awards. Catch y'all next time. I'm Scott the Gamer, signing out. Peace.